If you think Costco is just a place to buy cheap products, this video will make you rethink everything. Every corner of the warehouse, every price tag, and even that innocent-looking $1.50 hot dog, all of it is part of a strategy designed to make you spend more without realizing it. From the legendary combo to hidden price codes and free samples, everything is intentionally arranged. Here are the 10 secrets behind how Costco operates, helping you understand how they influence your buying behavior and, more importantly, how you can use their system to shop smarter and actually save money. Subscribe to the channel for the latest video updates. 1. Free samples. Free samples are an essential part of the Costco shopping experience. Almost everyone enjoys walking past the sample stations and being offered a slice of pizza, a piece of sausage, or a sip of smoothie. It's fun, and it feels like a little gift. But what most people don't know is that behind those tiny trays of food is an entire psychological strategy carefully designed to make you spend more. The principle is simple. When you receive something for free, your brain triggers a reciprocity effect. You feel the need to give something back, often by buying the product, even if it's subconscious. Studies show that simply placing a sample kiosk can increase sales of that product by 30% to 200%, especially for newly launched items. What's interesting is that many shoppers don't just buy the item they sampled, they also grab a few more products around it, exactly as Costco intends. These sample stations are not placed randomly. They're usually positioned in high-profit sections such as premium foods, beverages, snacks, or ready-to-eat meals. When you stop to try something, the people behind you also stop, creating a crowd effect that makes the area look hot. And while you wait, you have more time to look around, making it easier for other products to catch your attention. Another surprising detail: sample workers are not Costco employees. They are trained professionals hired through marketing companies. They're taught exactly how to invite customers, what to say, and how to create a friendly, welcoming vibe without being pushy. Everything, from the height of the table to the lighting and even the smell, is calculated to trigger curiosity and make customers stop. 2. The $1.50 hot dog and soda combo. Costco's $1.50 hot dog plus soda combo is one of the most iconic symbols of the entire retail chain, and behind that unbelievable price is a very deliberate business strategy. Since 1985, the combo has never increased in price, despite nearly 4 decades of inflation. Based on actual cost increases, this meal should cost more than $4 today. Yet Costco keeps it at $1.50, not because they're careless or willing to lose money, but because it's a carefully engineered customer acquisition strategy. The cost of each combo leaves Costco with almost no profit, and in many years, they actually lose money on it. The company has confirmed that maintaining this price costs them tens of millions of dollars annually. But in return, they gain something far more valuable: the feeling of getting a deal. You might have just spent a few $100s in the warehouse, but the moment you walk out holding a $1.50 hot dog and soda, you feel like you won. That emotional impression is exactly what Costco wants you to take home. And it's why the food court is always placed near the exit right after checkout. To keep costs low, Costco even built its own hot dog manufacturing facility in Los Angeles in 2009, and later added a second one in Chicago. Everything, ingredients, production, packaging, is handled in-house to eliminate middlemen and maintain stable quality while minimizing costs. They don't sell hot dogs to make money. They sell them to make sure you come back. And the strategy works extremely well. Costco now sells over 100 million hot dog combos each year, more than all Major League Baseball stadiums in the United States combined. For many longtime members, this combo alone feels like it pays for the membership fee. 3. The $4.99 rotisserie chicken. Costco's $4.99 rotisserie chicken is one of the retailer's most legendary items. Juicy, huge, and so cheap that most shoppers can't believe the price. For more than 10 years, the price has stayed the same even though chicken and transportation costs have risen by nearly 30%. Estimates show that Costco loses $30 to $40 million a year just to keep this price. But that loss is completely intentional, because the chicken is actually the perfect loss leader in their sales strategy. If you pay attention, the rotisserie chicken section is always placed at the very back of the warehouse. To get one, you're forced to walk past aisles full of temptations, snacks, clothes, wine, kitchenware, and by the time you reach the hot chicken, you usually end up at checkout with a cart full of things you never planned to buy. This is the treasure hunt path effect, making you walk through the entire store, which dramatically increases the chance you'll pick up extra items. According to data, a shopper who comes in only to buy chicken ends up spending an additional $25 on unplanned items. So why does Costco willingly sell it at a loss? Because the rotisserie chicken is emotional. It's hot, it smells amazing, and it gives you that instant feeling of dinner is taken care of the moment you finish shopping. After a long shopping trip, holding a $4.99 hot chicken makes you feel like you saved money, even though you might have spent 10 times that amount on other things. To maintain this price, Costco even built its own poultry processing plant in Nebraska, controlling the entire process from raising the chickens to slaughtering and packaging. This allows them to manage costs and quality while guaranteeing a stable supply for the millions of chickens sold every year. 4. Secret price codes on Costco tags, white 97, Oxuro, asterisk. One of Costco's most interesting secrets is hidden in plain sight, yet most shoppers completely overlook it. The secret price codes on the product tags. Those tiny numbers in the corner of the price sign actually reveal a lot about the item, whether it's discounted, on clearance, or about to be discontinued. If you know how to read them, you can buy at the right time and save a significant amount of money. First, a price ending in 97 is the clearest signal. This is a real markdown, reduced from the original price. Costco doesn't use big clearance signs like other stores. Instead, they quietly use this number to communicate it. When you see 97, you know it's a deal worth considering. And sometimes it only lasts a few days or until stock runs out. If the price ends in 0.00 or 49, that means it's a manager markdown. Often display items, leftover stock, or products the store wants cleared out quickly. These are sometimes surprisingly cheap deals that go unnoticed because there's no official announcement. The most important symbol is the small asterisk in the upper right corner of the price tag. That means the item is being discontinued. When you see it, you should decide quickly. If you like the product, buy it now because once it sells out, it's unlikely to return. Many longtime Costco shoppers can instantly spot which items are buy now or never just by looking for this mark. The problem is that most shoppers don't know or don't pay attention. They see a normal price sign and walk past it, while shoppers who understand Costco's language grab deals that are 30–50% cheaper. The easiest habit is to start checking the end of the price in the upper right corner every time you walk by a tag. Comment on this video and hit like. I'll reveal something even more shocking. 5. Costco gift cards. The Costco shop card is one of the little secrets that not everyone knows. And if you understand how it works, you can shop at Costco without having a membership. The card is a prepaid stored value card that works like an internal digital wallet and can be used at all warehouses, gas stations, pharmacies, food courts, and even on Costco.com. Each card can be loaded with $25 to $2,000, has no expiration date, and can be used repeatedly until the balance hits zero. Here's the trick. Only members can buy the card, but anyone can use it. That means if you have a friend or family member with a Costco membership, they can purchase a shop card for you, and you can shop freely like a real member. This is the only legal way to shop at Costco without paying the annual membership fee. Costco is fully aware of this, and they don't mind at all. They see it as a gateway for new customers, and many first-time shop card users eventually sign up for membership later. Another benefit, the shop card works across countries. A card purchased in the US can be used at Costco locations in Canada, Mexico, the UK, or Japan, making it great for travel or international gifting. Plus, executive members still receive 2% cashback even when paying with a shop card. So many people use it as a way to share benefits with friends or family. In practice, many shoppers use the shop card as a trial ticket to buy Kirkland products, test electronics, or simply get cheap Costco gas without having a membership. With this level of flexibility, it's no surprise that many consider the shop card one of Costco's most powerful, quietly effective savings hacks, letting you shop freely while avoiding the membership fee until you truly need it. 6. Costco gasoline. Costco's gasoline is one of the clearest benefits of having a membership, and it's also the reason many people sign up just to get cheaper fuel. Costco's gas stations now cover the entire country, selling more than 4 billion gallons per year, and the price is usually 20 to 40 cents per gallon cheaper than regular gas stations. With a 15-gallon tank, you save about $3 to $6 each fill-up. And if you refuel weekly, your yearly savings can reach $150 to $300, nearly enough to cover the cost of a basic membership. But it's not just the price. Costco's fuel quality is another major reason customers stay loyal. Their gasoline is top-tier certified, meaning it contains extra detergents that keep engines cleaner and reduce carbon buildup, a standard usually associated with major brands like Chevron and Shell. In simple terms, you save money and help your engine run smoother and last longer. Costco can offer this because of its massive purchasing scale, which allows them to negotiate lower wholesale prices. They also limit payment methods to debit cards and the Costco Visa card, which reduces transaction fees. On top of that, Costco only takes a profit margin of about 7–10 cents per gallon, nearly half of the industry average. The only downside is the long lines. During peak hours, you may wait 15–20 minutes, and lining up for gas has basically become a Costco trademark. But with price differences this large, most shoppers feel it's absolutely worth the wait. 7. Kirkland Signature Private Label. Kirkland Signature, Costco's private label, is one of the secret weapons that helps the company keep prices low while maintaining customer trust. It may sound like just another store brand, but many Kirkland products are actually made by big-name manufacturers. Kirkland batteries are made by Duracell. The vodka comes from the same facility as Grey Goose. Their coffee is roasted by brands like Starbucks, and Kirkland diapers come from the same factories that make Huggies. So, in many cases, Kirkland products are premium items in disguise, but priced 20 to 30% lower. What makes Kirkland special is that the brand doesn't spend money on advertising, fancy packaging, or marketing campaigns. That cost savings goes straight into lowering the price. Costco also doesn't need to share profit margins with another company, allowing them to keep prices stable for long periods, something national brands can't always do. That's why many loyal members always look for the Kirkland version of any product before reaching for a big brand equivalent. However, not every Kirkland item is superior. Some products, like paper towels, detergent, or canned tuna, often receive mixed reviews because they don't match the quality of the name brand originals. This shows that the one brand for every category strategy is both a strength and a risk. Customers need to try items and pick what works. Price comparisons show the value clearly. Kirkland dish soap is about 25% cheaper than Cascade. Their olive oil costs half the price of many Italian brands, yet still holds a purity certification, and many supplements and vitamins are priced far below competitors. This is how Costco creates real value, cutting out middlemen, controlling quality, and delivering premium goods at everyday prices. 8. Bulk buying. Buying in bulk is the first thing people think of when they think of Costco, a place where everything comes in giant packs, big jars, or boxes of several dozen items. In theory, buying more means paying less, and for products like toilet paper, laundry detergent, coffee, or dry goods, you can indeed save 20 to 40% compared to regular grocery stores. But here's the problem. Not everything is worth buying in bulk, and this is a mistake many shoppers make. Costco cleverly builds a mindset of bigger means better value, making you assume that every item in the warehouse is a great deal. But if you don't calculate price per unit, many of those mega packs aren't cheaper at all, and sometimes they're even more expensive than sale prices at regular supermarkets. For example, a 24-bar granola pack might look like a great bargain, but when you break it down per bar, it could cost the same or even more than buying individual boxes at Target. The bigger issue is waste. Many fresh foods, produce, yogurt, meat, spoil before you finish them. Spices, seasoning, and dried herbs lose their flavor after a few months, yet the Costco-sized pack is enough to last 5 years. Many families think they're saving money but end up throwing away up to 40% of what they buy, turning savings into extra costs. The solution is intentional shopping. Only buy items that store well, can be portioned out, or can be frozen. For perishable items, split them with family or neighbors. And most importantly, don't let the size of the package trick you. Real savings only happen when you use up the product within a reasonable time frame. 9. Flexible return policy. Costco's return policy is considered the most generous in the retail industry, and it's one of the reasons customers stay loyal for decades. You can return almost any product anytime, even without a receipt. Bought a TV and didn't like it after 6 months? Return it. Wore a shirt twice and realized it's too tight? Return it. Opened a box of cookies and didn't like the flavor? They'll refund it. The policy sounds unreasonable, but it's actually a highly effective customer retention strategy. Each year, Costco processes about $5 billion worth of returns, roughly 1% of its revenue. Instead of seeing this as a loss, they treat it as an investment in customer trust. When shoppers know they can return anything anytime, they feel confident spending more, especially on big-ticket items. That peace of mind keeps customers coming back, and it's one of the reasons Costco has the highest membership renewal rate in the industry. However, the policy is not completely unrestricted. Electronics can only be returned within 90 days, and certain items, like diamonds, alcohol, tobacco, and personalized products, are excluded. Costco also monitors return behavior. If someone returns items too often, especially products that were clearly used, their membership may be flagged or even revoked. What makes this policy truly unique is how Costco handles real-world situations. Some customers have returned Christmas trees after the holidays, claiming it's not green anymore, or brought back a barbecue grill full of ash, and Costco still refunded them. This leniency builds trust, and that trust helps them sell more than any promotion ever could. 10. The belief that bigger is always cheaper. One of the most common assumptions when shopping at Costco is that the bigger the item, the cheaper it must be. And yes, in many cases that's true, but not always. This belief is exactly what leads many shoppers to buy more than they need, load up their cart, and ultimately spend more instead of saving. Costco is built to make you think more is a better deal. A 40-pack of snacks, a 3-liter jug of oil, a giant jar of seasoning. Everything looks cost-effective at first glance. But if you carefully check the unit price, many of these mega combos are only a few cents cheaper, or sometimes even more expensive than buying the same items during a promotion at a smaller grocery store. Sometimes you buy it simply because the size looks like a deal, not because you actually need it. The bigger issue is waste. Fresh foods like produce, yogurt, fruit, or sauces and condiments often spoil before you finish them. Studies show that American households can throw away up to 40% of the food they buy, most of it caused by overbuying at warehouse stores. And when you toss out unused food, those supposed savings vanish instantly. The key is to know your limits and shop smart. Buying in bulk makes sense if you have a big family, cook frequently, or have a freezer to store food properly. But if you're only buying because it looks cheaper when bigger, chances are you're falling right into Costco's sales strategy. Costco can truly help you save money if you understand how the system works. Every product, every layout choice, and every price tag has a purpose. When you learn to read price codes, choose the right Kirkland products, buy only what you can finish, and take advantage of the real deals, you'll see the savings add up year after year. But if you shop on impulse, every great deal can easily turn into an extra expense. Understanding the game is the smartest way to shop at Costco. What do you think Costco still isn't doing well? Leave an honest comment.
Welcome to Costco. I love you.
Do you think Costco is only famous for its $4.99 rotisserie chicken? In reality, behind those massive shelves and overflowing carts, Costco hides a treasure trove of savings that few people notice. Items that can help you cut hundreds of dollars from your monthly spending while maintaining the same quality of life. From food and household goods to healthcare products, every item on this list has a reason why savvy shoppers can't pass it up. And once you know how to pick Costco's true gold, You'll realize that real saving is about choosing smart. Follow the channel to stay updated with the latest information. 1. Kirkland Insulated Water Bottle. Among the long line of Kirkland labeled products, there's one small item that many call the best value at Costco, the Kirkland Signature Insulated Water Bottle. It looks simple on the outside, but once you use it, you'll see it keeps things cold and hot incredibly well. Fill it with ice water in the morning, and it's still cool by evening. Brew coffee to take to work, and it's still warm at lunchtime. The best part? It's far cheaper than big-name brands but performs just as well. While names like Stanley or Hydro Flask cost nearly $50 each, Kirkland offers two for about $19. Many people have tested them side by side and found the insulation time is nearly identical. And the Kirkland lid seals even tighter, with no leaks even when tossed in a bag or backpack. Made of thick double-wall stainless steel with a matte finish that's easy to grip, simple to clean, and odor-resistant. The wide mouth is especially handy. You can drop in large ice cubes or rinse it clean in seconds. These small conveniences make the Kirkland bottle a favorite among office workers, drivers, and gym-goers. At this price and with such durability, this bottle can easily compete with premium brands. If you want something practical, budget-friendly, and built to last for years, this is a no-brainer. A reliable insulated bottle that keeps drinks cold, keeps them hot, and, most importantly, keeps your wallet intact. 2. Kirkland Adult Diapers. If you've ever bought adult diapers at a pharmacy, you know the sting of the price tag. A small pack costs a lot and runs out in less than a week. For seniors or anyone who needs them regularly, it's a significant monthly expense. That's why Kirkland Signature adult diapers are seen as a lifesaver for so many: great quality, comfortable, and priced at about half of big-name brands. Kirkland diapers are designed with real users in mind, not just to save money, but to provide comfort and confidence. The material is soft. The inner layer absorbs quickly and stays dry all day, and there's no annoying crinkling sound when moving. The elastic bands fit snugly without leaving marks or causing irritation, issues common with cheaper options. In fact, many users say wearing Kirkland diapers feels almost like regular underwear. The biggest difference is price and quantity. While pharmacy brands sell packs of 18-20 pieces for nearly $25, Costco sells Kirkland packs of 32 to 40 pieces for about $25 to $30, saving you nearly 40%. Buying in bulk also means you don't have to keep running out to restock, which is both convenient and reassuring. It's not just cheap. The product undergoes strict quality testing, is safe for sensitive skin, and offers excellent leak protection, even overnight. For anyone caring for elderly loved ones or recovering from surgery, this is a choice that eases the financial burden while still providing proper care. 3. Kirkland Hearing Aids. For many older adults, hearing loss doesn't just make daily life harder. It slowly cuts them off from everyday conversations. But the bigger problem is the cost of hearing aids today, averaging over $4,000 a pair, not including warranty, batteries, or regular adjustments. That's why when Costco launched Kirkland Signature hearing aids, they became a lifesaver for millions. This line costs just $1,519 a pair, less than a third of the market price. Yet the quality surprises nearly everyone. These aren't cheap devices with tinny sound or bulky designs. On the contrary, Kirkland hearing aids feature Bluetooth connectivity to your phone so you can stream music, take calls, and even adjust volume through a dedicated app. The sound is clear, automatically filters background noise, and lets you hear voices clearly even in crowded spaces, something many expensive models still struggle with. Costco also includes a full-service package: free hearing tests, expert consultations, fittings, regular adjustments, and rechargeable batteries. You get a full 6-month risk-free trial. If you're not satisfied, just return them for a complete refund. No complicated terms, no hidden fees. That's how Costco makes customers feel respected, not just sold to. 4. Vitamins and supplements. If you've ever bought vitamins at a pharmacy or big supermarket, you've probably sighed at those tiny bottles with prices as high as prescription meds. A jar of omega-3, calcium, or multivitamins can run over $30, and it's gone in just a few weeks. For seniors who need them daily, it's a long-term expense that makes many people skip doses to save money. That's exactly why Kirkland Signature vitamins and supplements from Costco are so popular. The first thing that surprises shoppers is the price. It's incredibly affordable. The same multivitamin costs over $20 for $100 tablets at CVS or Walgreens. But at Costco, you get 500 tablets for just over $15. That works out to pennies per pill, candy money. Yet the quality still meets strict US standards, USP verified. Kirkland doesn't cut corners on nutrients. They simply sell in bulk, skip fancy packaging, and cut out middlemen. Quality is what keeps people coming back. Many Kirkland products are made in the same factories as big names like Nature Made or Centrum. The only difference is the label and the price. Popular lines like vitamin D3, omega-3, CoQ10, calcium, and glucosamine all score high for purity, absorption, and no cheap fillers. Best of all, buying at Costco means stocking up for months at a time, saving money and giving peace of mind that you won't run out halfway through. 5. Kirkland Coffee. If you start your day with a cup of coffee, Kirkland Signature Coffee at Costco is a must-have. Many people used to spend $5 or $6 on a Starbucks every morning, but after discovering Kirkland, they all say the same thing. How can it taste this good at this price? There's no mystery. Kirkland coffee is roasted and packaged by Starbucks itself, just with a different label. In other words, you're drinking Costco edition Starbucks for a third of the price. A big 2.53-pound bag makes more than 100 cups. That's just 40 cents per cup, cheaper than gum. Kirkland offers plenty of varieties, light to dark roast, organic and decaf, so whether you drink it to wake up or truly savor the flavor, there's an option. The beans are roasted just right, aromatic and never burnt, and they produce a beautiful crema when brewed. If you use a single-serve machine at home, Kirkland also has pods compatible with Keurig and Nespresso, convenient and still cheap. What people love most isn't just the familiar taste, it's the feeling of drinking premium coffee without paying premium prices. For anyone saving money or on a fixed income, daily coffee can cost hundreds a month. With Kirkland, you keep the joy and keep your wallet happy. If you've never heard this before, comment the number 3. 6. Batteries and electrical devices. Some things you only buy when you need them, and batteries are definitely one of them. But if your home has remotes, clocks, blood pressure monitors, or flashlights, sooner or later you'll need replacements, usually when no one remembers where the last pack came from. That's why so many people choose Kirkland Signature batteries and electrical items at Costco. They're cheap, long-lasting, and just as reliable as big brands like Duracell or Energizer. Most people don't know this, but Kirkland batteries are made in the same factory as Duracell, using nearly identical technology. The only difference? Packaging and price. A 48-pack of AA or AA Kirkland batteries costs $16 to $18, while Duracell can hit nearly $30 for the same amount. That means you pay less than 40 cents per battery with the same lifespan. Savings that add up fast for something everyone uses. It's not just batteries. Costco's electrical section also carries power strips, extension cords, LED bulbs, and multi-chargers, all safety certified and highly rated for durability. Many families stock up on a few packs because if it's in the house, you'll definitely use it. 7. Organic olive oil. If there's one kitchen item that makes food taste better and keeps your heart healthier, it's Kirkland Signature Organic Extra Virgin Olive Oil. This oil is always on Costco's most repurchased list. Not because of pretty packaging, but because it's genuinely high quality, matching expensive imported brands at half the price. At upscale grocery stores, a bottle of cold-pressed olive oil can cost $20 to $25 for less than a liter. At Costco, you get a 2-liter bottle of Kirkland Organic Extra Virgin Olive Oil for $16.18. That's less than half the price per ounce, and it's 100% cold-pressed, USDA organic certified, with no blending or fillers. The flavor surprises a lot of people. Kirkland oil has a light fragrance and a slight peppery bite at the back of the throat. Hallmarks of fresh, pure oil. Whether you're dressing a salad, marinating salmon, or pan-searing, it adds rich, clean flavor without being heavy. For older adults on heart-healthy diets, olive oil is a great source of good fats that help lower cholesterol, protect the heart, and reduce joint inflammation. Not only is it affordable, but Kirkland oil also comes in dark bottles that block UV light, preserving flavor and nutrients longer. One bottle can last a month or more if stored in a cool, dry place. 8. Organic Greek yogurt. In a sea of tiny, overpriced yogurts loaded with fake sugar, Kirkland Signature Organic Greek Yogurt at Costco is the one that makes people do a double take after the first bite. No fancy ads, no flashy packaging, just pure, thick, creamy goodness that's shockingly affordable for the quality. At a regular supermarket, a 150-gram cup of Greek yogurt costs about $150. At Costco, you get a 1.5-kilogram tub for just over $6, enough for the whole family to eat all week. That breaks down to less than 50 cents per serving, cheaper than a bag of chips but way more nutritious. Kirkland yogurt is made from organic milk with no growth hormones. It keeps the natural rich flavor and packs nearly double the protein of regular yogurt. For seniors, it's a powerhouse. It helps maintain muscle, boosts immunity, and supports digestion. The live cultures keep your gut healthy, reduce bloating, and improve calcium absorption. 9. Memory foam mattress. If any item deserves to be called a health investment, it's the Kirkland Signature Memory Foam Mattress from Costco. A good night's sleep doesn't just make you sharper the next day. It affects your heart, memory, and mood. The problem? Most mattress stores charge thousands for a bed that may not even feel as good as promised. Costco gets it, and they offer a real solution. Top-tier memory foam at a third of the usual price. The Kirkland mattress uses premium Certipur US certified foam that molds to your body, spreads weight evenly, and relieves pressure on shoulders, back, and hips. For older adults with back or joint pain, it's a game changer. The surface is soft but supportive, not too sinky, so your spine stays aligned all night. Comfort aside, the price is the real winner. While showrooms charge up to $2,000 for a high-end memory foam mattress, Costco sells the Kirkland version for $500–700 with a 10-year warranty. 10. Wild-caught salmon. If you've ever stared at the salmon counter wondering which to pick, the answer is almost always Costco's wild-caught salmon. It's one of the best value items in their seafood section. Tasty, healthy, and truly budget-friendly. Costco's salmon comes from the cold waters of Alaska, where the fish grow firm, low in excess fat, and naturally rich in omega-3s, far better than farmed. You'll taste the difference the moment you cook it. No water leaking out, bright natural pink color, mild rich flavor, and no fishy smell. That's why chefs and nutritionists recommend it weekly, especially for seniors protecting heart, brain, and joint health. The price is what makes it fly off the shelves. Most stores charge $18 to $20 per pound for wild salmon. Costco sells it for $12–14 per pound, sometimes even less on sale. It comes in large trays or pre-portioned frozen bags, perfect for splitting and freezing. Grill it, pan-sear it, steam it, or toss it in a salad. Every dish tastes restaurant fresh. 11. 4,99 rotisserie chicken. Costco doesn't just sell great rotisserie chicken. They use it as their strongest marketing weapon in retail. Everyone knows $4.99 is a steal, but few realize Costco actually loses money on every bird. They do it on purpose to get you in the door, and it works so well the chicken has become an icon of the brand. Each bird weighs about 3 pounds and is roasted fresh daily. Crispy golden skin, juicy tender meat. At just $4.99, the quality still shocks people. Not some scrawny dry chicken, but thick, flavorful meat that feeds 3 to 4 people. For seniors or busy families, it's a lifesaver. No cooking needed, just slice, pair with salad or bread, and dinner's ready. Costco places the chickens at the back of the store for a reason. After walking past dozens of aisles, you're almost guaranteed to grab a few extra items. That $4.99 chicken is the perfect bait. It makes you feel like you're saving while your cart fills up more than planned. But people keep coming back not just for the price. It's the consistent quality for over a decade. No water injection, no preservatives, always hot and freshly made. 12. Low-sodium soup. When the weather turns chilly, nothing beats a hot bowl of soup. But check the nutrition label on canned soups at most stores, and you'll be shocked. One serving can pack over 800 millimoles of sodium, nearly half your daily limit. For seniors or anyone watching blood pressure, that's a big deal. That's why Kirkland Signature low-sodium soup from Costco is the smart, healthy choice that still tastes great. Kirkland offers a variety of ready-to-heat soups, chicken, vegetable, lentil, and beef, all in convenient cans. Just warm it up for a few minutes and it's ready. The big difference? 30–40% less salt than most popular brands. Yet somehow, it's still rich, savory, and full of flavor, not bland at all. The secret? Real ingredients. Actual chicken, fresh veggies, and whole beans. No fake seasoning and no artificial thickeners. 13. Kirkland toilet paper. Among Costco's everyday essentials, one seemingly ordinary item keeps people coming back. Kirkland Signature toilet paper. It doesn't sound exciting, but once you compare price and quality to big brands, you'll see why Americans stock up, especially with prices rising everywhere. A Kirkland pack usually has 30 large rolls for just $23.25. Compare that to Charmin or Cottonelle, which can cost nearly 50% more for the same amount. Do the math. Each Kirkland roll is about 40% cheaper, yet just as thick, soft, and strong. It's made with two-ply technology, absorbent but won't tear or clog pipes, a common problem with cheaper brands. What customers love most is the feeling of safe and smart savings. For big families, one pack lasts a full month, no last-minute store runs. For seniors, the paper is gentle on skin, dermatologist-approved, and never irritating. 14. Protein and fiber bars. In a world full of snack aisles and fast food, Kirkland Signature protein and fiber bars stand out as one of the few options that taste good and are actually good for you. For many, it's not just a snack. It's a healthy hunger fix that gives quick energy, keeps you full, and doesn't load you with sugar or extra pounds. At convenience stores, a single protein bar costs $2 to $3. At Costco, a box of 20 Kirkland bars runs about $20. That's less than $1 each. Every bar packs around 20 grams of protein and 10 grams of fiber, almost like a mini meal, but with way less sugar than big names like Quest or Cliff. That's why gym-goers, low-carb dieters, and seniors needing a boost all reach for these. What makes Kirkland bars a favorite? They taste great, not dry or tough like many protein bars. Flavors like chocolate brownie, peanut butter, and cookie dough keep things interesting. Toss one in your bag for work, the gym, travel, or even a quick breakfast when you're rushing out the door. Costco isn't just a place to buy cheap stuff, it's where you learn to spend smart. Every product follows the same philosophy: low price, real quality, and long-term value. Whether you're young and saving up or retired on a fixed income, Costco helps you live better without spending more. If you think this content deserves it, hit like.
If you shop at Costco, your future trips to the warehouse might...
Every time you step into Costco, it feels like wandering into a massive shopping paradise, where everything is healthy and organic. But few people know that many products sitting in American shopping carts are outright banned for sale in Europe. Not because of taste differences, but because they contain ingredients that can harm long-term health. Let's take a closer look at these seemingly harmless items to understand why Europeans say no, while we still believe we're eating healthy. Subscribe to the channel for notifications of the latest videos. 1. Organic protein powder. Have you noticed that almost everyone has a tub of protein powder in their kitchen? Labeled clearly with organic, plant-based, and 100% clean, it sounds reassuring just hearing it. But here's something few know. The organic protein powder you drink every morning isn't allowed to be sold in Europe. The reason lies right in the ingredient list, names most of us never read carefully. Inside is carrageenan, a thickener extracted from seaweed. It sounds natural, but it causes gut inflammation and digestive irritation in many people. That's why the European Union has completely removed carrageenan from children's food and advises against regular use in functional foods. In the US, it's still considered a legal additive and appears in countless products labeled clean. That's not all. Independent labs have found traces of lead, cadmium, and arsenic in some popular protein powders. The amounts are small enough to be permitted, but over time, they build up in the body and affect the liver, kidneys, and even the nervous system. In Europe, those levels exceed standards. In the US, the limits are loosened to a concerning degree. And remember the natural flavor line on the packaging? That's a pretty phrase hiding dozens of synthetic flavorings allowed to be called natural. In other words, you're drinking a lab-refined mixture, labeled natural, only because its starting point was once a real ingredient. Notably, the same brand's version sold in Europe is far cleaner and more transparent. They're forced to remove carrageenan, replace synthetic flavors, and follow strict heavy metal limits. Meaning, companies can absolutely do better. They just don't have to in the US. 2. Kirkland Greek Fruit Yogurt. Many believe Greek yogurt is the symbol of healthy eating. Thick, smooth, high in protein, and good for digestion. But the truth is, the Kirkland Greek fruit yogurt that millions of Americans eat every morning isn't allowed on shelves in Europe. The reason sounds minor, but once you know, you'll understand why Europeans reject what Americans still call a healthy breakfast. In Europe, real Greek yogurt must be made through natural fermentation and manual straining. Thick from milk alone, no extras needed. But the US version is artificially thickened with stabilizers and synthetic additives, saving production time, but stripping away nearly all the beneficial bacteria for gut health. In other words, what you're eating is basically a dessert masquerading as healthy food. Then there's the fruit layer on top. It looks fresh and delicious, but it's enhanced with dyes like red 40 and yellow 6, which the EU requires to carry warnings. May affect activity and attention in children. In the US, they're considered normal. In Europe, people put it down the moment they see the names. Add in sweeteners and high fructose corn syrup. The culprit's making one container's sugar content equal to a can of soda. You think you're having a healthy breakfast, but your body is actually processing a super sweet dessert labeled good for you. Even the live probiotics in American Greek yogurt are barely there after industrial processing and prolonged cold storage. In Europe, every container must prove a certain level of beneficial bacteria to be labeled probiotic. In the US, that rule is practically ignored. As long as it says yogurt, it's fine. It's ironic that something called authentic Greek yogurt wouldn't even qualify as yogurt in Europe itself. And what surprises many most, the same brand's yogurt sold in the EU is completely different. Less sugar, no dyes, no syrup, and no thickeners. So next time you pick up a Kirkland Greek yogurt, don't just read high protein or organic. Look closely at the back, where the tiny print tells the real story. You might be eating a chemical dessert disguised as health. 3 protein bars. Protein bars. The quick snack that almost everyone hitting the gym, losing weight, or just busy trust completely. Compact, convenient, and clearly labeled low sugar, high protein, and gluten-free. But here's what few know. The protein bars sold at Costco are on Europe's banned list. Not because they contain illegal substances, but because in the eyes of European food safety authorities, they're a chemical bomb wrapped in foil. Take a close look at the ingredients. Sucralose and acesulfame potassium, 2 artificial sweeteners removed from the EU's safe list. In the US, they're marketed as low-calorie and diet-friendly, but they can actually disrupt insulin and throw gut bacteria out of balance. In other words, the bar you think helps build muscle and burn fat might sometimes make your body run off rhythm. Then there's synthetic fiber. Sounds good, but it's actually artificial fiber extracted from genetically modified corn. It doesn't improve digestion. Sometimes it causes bloating, gas, and discomfort. Many think their body doesn't agree with protein, but really, they're eating something loaded with additives their digestive system doesn't know how to handle. Europe requires companies to put toxicity warnings on packaging if these substances are present. In the US, the products are openly sold, even right in the healthy foods section. The difference lies in how the 2 continents define safe. Europe bans on suspicion. The US only bans with proof. 4. Kirkland Cooking Oil Spray. In many American kitchens, Kirkland Cooking Oil Spray is a must-have. Convenient, non-stick, and clearly labeled 0 calories and heart-healthy. One quick press and your meal looks lighter and healthier. But few know this. That spray isn't allowed for sale in Europe. Not because the oil is bad, but because what makes it spray out of the can is exactly why the EU says no. Inside every can isn't just vegetable oil. It also contains butane, propane, and isobutane, the same flammable gases used in gas stoves or lighters. In the US, they're considered legal propellants, but in Europe, using them in food is seen as too risky. Because even if you're not inhaling directly, traces of these gases can still cling to the food's surface after cooking. Sounds hard to believe, right? A product advertised as healthy cooking spray contains stuff used in fuel. Even the zero-calorie claim everyone trusts is just a technical trick. By regulation, one serving is a 1 to 4 second spray, meaning you'd need ninja reflexes to stay within that amount. For normal people, a few seconds of spraying adds dozens of calories, plus a hint of propane flavor. Notably, in Europe, companies still sell similar spray oils, but they use compressed natural air or mechanical pump systems. Completely safe, no chemicals needed. Meaning, making a cleaner product is totally possible. The US market just hasn't forced them to do it. Pause for 3 seconds and hit the subscribe button to follow the latest videos. 5. Organic peanut butter. Peanut butter, seemingly simple, just peanuts and salt, can shock many when they learn that Europe doesn't allow the popular Kirkland organic peanut butter sold in the US. It sounds absurd. Organic. 2 natural ingredients. Nothing to worry about. But the problem isn't on the label, it's what's not listed, hidden deep inside the peanuts themselves. That's aflatoxin, a toxin produced by a natural mold that can grow in warm, humid conditions, especially when peanuts are stored for long periods. In the US, a small, safe amount of aflatoxin is permitted, but in Europe, the standard is zero tolerance. If detected, it's removed immediately. The reason is clear. Research links aflatoxin to liver damage and even cancer risk with long-term buildup. Notably, testing systems differ completely. In the US, only a small random portion of a batch is checked. In Europe, every imported batch undergoes strict testing. Each sample is independently analyzed before reaching consumers. One side chooses trust and go. The other chooses test to be sure. You might think, doesn't all peanut butter carry some risk? But the difference is the level of protection buyers deserve. Europe forces producers to prove absolute safety. In the US, no one's been harmed yet is enough to stay on shelves. And with millions of jars sold yearly, that risk isn't small. Worse, warm and humid storage and transport conditions make mold growth easier, especially in bulk packaging left in warehouses for months. You could be spreading on your morning toast something Europe considers a public health concern. So, organic doesn't mean perfect. It only means no pesticides or chemical fertilizers, not that it's free of natural toxins. And when testing standards are lax, the word organic sometimes just brings peace of mind, not real safety. 6. Annie's Organic Fruit Snacks. If you have little kids, you've probably bought Annie's Organic Fruit Snacks at Costco. Those cute little bunnies, bright and colorful, labeled organic, and made with real fruit juice. At first glance, it's the perfect, healthy snack for kids. But Europe banned these long ago, not because of the sugar, but because of the very colors that make children obsessed. Behind those red, orange, and yellow hues are synthetic dyes like red 40, yellow 5, and blue 1. Substances the European Union requires to carry warnings because they may affect children's behavior and attention. In Europe, any product containing them must clearly state, may have an adverse effect on activity and attention in children. In the US, those same bunny gummies sit right at the entrance of the organic aisle, with adorable packaging and promises of good for you. It sounds harmless, the dye amounts are very small, but imagine these becoming a daily snack for millions of kids. How does that very small amount build up in their bodies over time? Europe doesn't wait for consequences to act. They ban on suspicion. The US only reconsiders with clear proof of harm. Even the organic claim on Annie's packaging is only partly true. It applies to the juice or some base ingredients, but the colors and flavors, the parts kids love most, are still synthetic chemicals. In other words, it's chemical candy in organic clothing. The irony? The exact same Annie's brand sells a far cleaner version in Europe. No artificial dyes, replaced with extracts from beets, carrots, turmeric, or real fruit. They know how to make a safer product. In the US, there's no law forcing them to. And there it is, the dark side of organic labels that make us feel safe too soon. Many parents believe organic candy means safe for kids, when in reality it's just less bad, not harmless. 7. Veggie straws. On the surface, veggie straws look harmless. Packaging covered in pictures of carrots, beets, and spinach, boldly stating, "made with vegetables." For many Americans, it's the healthier alternative to potato chips. But in Europe, this product isn't allowed on shelves. They see it as a classic example of misleading the consumer. In reality, most of each veggie straw is potato starch, corn flour, and frying oil. The actual vegetables? Just a few percent, enough to list on the label, but nutritionally meaningless. Europe calls this misleading marketing. It tricks people into thinking they're eating something vegetable-based, when it's really just regular snack food dyed to look like veggies. Worse, the fiber in veggie straws is lower than in a slice of white bread. Something marketed as healthy has less nutrition than the junk food it claims to replace. But thanks to the veggie label, millions munch guilt-free. And those eye-catching colors? They don't come from real vegetables like you'd think. Most are added with synthetic dyes for a fresh, vibrant look. In Europe, these are tightly regulated. Some even require warnings if they might affect kids' health. In the US, they're widely allowed as long as they stay under permitted levels, though no one says exactly what that means. The key point: European consumers don't tolerate this vagueness. If the package says "made with vegetables," the product must actually be mostly vegetables. In the US, toss in a pinch of kale powder anywhere on the ingredient list, and manufacturers can plaster "veggie" in huge letters on the front. The result? People buy veggie straws believing they're choosing a healthy snack. But really, they're filling up on refined starch, salt, and fried oil, no different from traditional potato chips. 8. Whole wheat bread. In Costco's bakery section, Dave's Killer Bread whole wheat loaves always stand out. Bold packaging, organic, 21 grains and seeds, and a super healthy vibe. Many people grab it believing it's the best choice for heart health and digestion. But in Europe, this product isn't allowed on the market. Not because the bread tastes bad, but because of what's hidden behind those perfect-sounding claims. The EU's main issue is the excessive amount of synthetic folic acid added. In the US, food companies love fortifying everything with synthetic vitamins and minerals to make it feel like whatever you eat is good for you. One slice of Dave's Killer Bread already gives you 25% of the daily recommended folic acid. Eat 2 slices and you're at half. Add cereal, protein bars, or a multivitamin, all loaded with folic acid, and you can easily double the safe limit. In Europe, that's considered a serious health risk. Excess folic acid isn't harmless. It can mask vitamin B12 deficiency, cause nerve problems, and even raise cancer risk in older adults. That's why the EU sets strict limits on added amounts and requires special reviews for heavily fortified foods like those common in the US. But in America, it's the opposite. Companies don't have to prove safe before selling. They just keep selling until something is proven dangerous. That turns consumers into guinea pigs for standards that might be okay. 9. Naked green machine juice. If there's one drink that makes people feel like they're drinking health, it's a bottle of naked green machine juice. Bright green color, label covered in fruits and veggies, sounds super clean. But in Europe, this juice isn't allowed for sale. Inside, it's not nearly as green or healthy as you think. At first glance, the ingredient list looks fine. Apple, kiwi, wheatgrass, vitamins A, C, E, B12. But look closer. One bottle packs over 50 grams of sugar. That's the same as a can of Coke. You're basically drinking a sugar flood in a juice disguise. Most of that sugar comes from concentrated juice, boiled down so most nutrients evaporate, leaving just intense sweetness. On top of that, it contains synthetic vitamins, some of which the European Union has banned or restricted because there isn't enough long-term safety data. Europeans prefer getting vitamins from real food. In the US, Companies dump in extra synthetic vitamins to make the bottle look more nutritious. And that natural flavors phrase on the label? It's a legal way to hide dozens of chemically processed flavorings. Those are what create the fresh fruit smell, not actual fruit. The deep green color? Mostly added food coloring, not natural veggies. 10. Multivitamins. If you've ever bought Kirkland multivitamins at Costco, you probably felt good seeing those shiny pills and the long list of vitamins and minerals. But few know this. These vitamins have been banned in Europe since 2022, not because of the doses, but because of one seemingly harmless ingredient: titanium dioxide, used only to make the pills white and glossy. Sounds simple, but titanium dioxide offers zero health benefits. It's just there to make the pill look prettier. Recent studies show it can build up in the body and damage DNA over time. That's why the European Union completely removed titanium dioxide from the approved additive list for food and supplements. In the US, it's still allowed with no warning on the label. Companies keep using it because it makes pills look premium and last longer on shelves. That's why the exact same Kirkland product sold in Europe had to change its formula completely, while the US version stays the same, because the law hadn't banned it yet. It's not just titanium dioxide. Many multivitamins also contain synthetic colors and artificial coatings. Those red, yellow, or green pills in the bottle? Most of the color comes from industrial dyes, not real nutrients. On top of that, the vitamin doses often far exceed daily needs, especially if you're already getting fortified cereal, milk, or juice. When your body gets too much, it doesn't store extra. Your liver and kidneys just work overtime to get rid of it. A lot of people believe taking a daily vitamin protects your health, but if you eat a balanced diet, your body can already stay in balance. Overdoing synthetic supplements is like pouring more gas into a full tank. And if you pick the wrong kind, you're actually adding unnecessary chemicals. True health isn't found in labels like organic or 0 calorie. It's in really understanding what you're putting in your body. Europe bans these products not because they're overly strict, but because they want maximum protection for people. In the US, many things stay on shelves simply because the laws haven't caught up yet. So next time you're at Costco, read the ingredients carefully and choose less but better. That's the smart way to shop, and the way that's truly good for your body. Did this video help you? Subscribe to help us reach 20,000 subscribers.
Well, this is the best lunch deal in town. But if you're not a member, you soon won't.
Do you think you already know everything about Costco's food court? In reality, behind the giant pizza and the legendary 150 hot dog combo lies a whole series of secrets that even longtime customers might not know. There's an item Costco sells at a loss of tens of millions of dollars each year just to keep the price the same. An item prepared by robots, and you can even eat here without a membership card. From the way they keep prices low for decades to the hidden menu items available only in certain states, the 12 secrets below will make you see Costco in a completely different light. If you've ever been curious about this, please like. Self-order kiosks. If you've ever dreaded the long lines in front of the Costco pizza or hot dog counter, here's good news. The food court is getting a technology upgrade with self-order kiosks. At select locations in the United States, Canada, and South Korea, Costco has installed large touchscreens where customers can select their food, pay, and get a receipt in just a few minutes. Much faster than the traditional ordering method. No more pushing through crowds. No more shouting over the noise. You simply tap to choose pizza, hot dog, or your favorite rotisserie chicken combo. The system displays images, prices, and money-saving combo suggestions. After paying by card or Apple Pay, the screen shows your order number. You just wait until it's called. Everything runs smoothly and accurately and saves a significant amount of time. The interesting part is that Costco stays true to its spirit. Modern, but without raising prices. Even with the new technology, the hot dog is still $1.50, and pizza is still $2 a slice. The only difference is speed. Customers can walk in, order, pay, pick up their food, and leave in under 5 minutes. With the huge daily customer volume, shortening wait times reduces pressure on staff and helps keep food prices from rising. Many people thought Costco would lose its friendliness by replacing people with machines, but the reality is the opposite. Kiosks free up staff to spend more time helping special needs customers, cleaning the dining area, and preparing food faster. Some locations even combine kiosks with a pre-order app, letting you select items on your phone and simply pick them up when you arrive. 11. You don't need a membership card to eat. Most people think you absolutely need a membership card to enter Costco, but few know there's a secret door that lets you enjoy food court items without spending $60 a year on a card. The secret lies in the food court's location. If you pay attention, some Costco locations place the dining area outside the main shopping zone, meaning you can walk right in, order, and eat comfortably without scanning a card. These layouts are common in warm climate regions like California, Florida, Hawaii, or Mexico. Here, the food court is designed open style, like an outdoor eatery, serving both members and walk-in customers. You just head to the counter, pick pizza, a hot dog, or the familiar $1.50 combo and pay like at any fast food restaurant. No barriers, no card checks. Just a great meal. Pure Costco style. For many people, especially tourists or students who can't yet afford membership, this is a perfectly legal shortcut to experience Costco cuisine. In some places, security even turns a blind eye if you say you're only going to the food court. As long as you don't venture into the merchandise area, no one will hassle you. This reflects Costco's true spirit. The door is open so everyone can access quality products at low prices. They understand some people don't yet have enough reason to buy a membership, but they should still experience the brand's real value. And who knows, maybe one hot, crispy pizza slice or that $1.50 hot dog combo will convince you to sign up right afterward. 10. The item praised by Dr. Oz. If a famous TV show like The Dr. Oz Show praises a processed food item, it must be special. And it is the $4.99 rotisserie chicken from Costco, an ordinary-seeming dish that makes even nutrition experts nod in approval. In one episode, Dr. Oz and his reporting team tested the ingredients in Costco chicken and concluded, "This is one of the healthiest ready-to-eat meals you can buy." It sounds hard to believe, but the reason is simple. Costco chickens are roasted fresh daily, never frozen, and not overly marinated with artificial flavors. Even the golden crispy skin, something many consider a health enemy, contains good fats like mono and polyunsaturated fats that help protect the heart. In other words, you can enjoy the full-flavored rotisserie chicken without the guilt you'd feel eating typical fast food. Of course, it's still a prepared item with some preservatives, but the amount is far lower than comparable products. A roughly 3-pound chicken provides enough protein for the whole family, and paired with salad, steamed vegetables, or whole wheat bread, you have a balanced, quick, and unbelievably affordable meal. What impressed Dr. Oz most was the price. Just $4.99, a number that almost defies inflation. While chicken meat and operating costs keep rising, Costco has kept the price unchanged for over 10 years, even taking losses so customers benefit. That honesty and consistency have turned this rotisserie chicken into an icon. 9. Hidden menu items that vary by state or country. The Costco food court menu isn't the same across every state or country, and that's the fun part most people miss. This retail chain quietly customizes its offerings by region, creating limited edition items that even longtime Costco fans are surprised to discover. In Hawaii, you can order seafood pizza topped with shrimp, squid, and mozzarella cheese, a true tropical island flavor. In California, the grilled chicken sandwich with mild sriracha sauce once caused a craze for being unique and healthy eating friendly. Head to Japan, and you'll find bulgogi bake, a sweet Korean-style beef-filled pastry. In South Korea, the menu even includes cold noodles and kimchi, local favorites. The cool thing is that none of these items are advertised. You only know if you show up in person. Costco treats them as test menu items, letting individual locations experiment with new recipes to see which ones deserve to stick around long-term. Many dishes that started as trials later became global icons, like pepperoni pizza or chicken bake. Some fans even collect a Costco hidden menu map, a list of locations with exclusive items. Canada has cheese curd poutine with beef gravy. Mexico offers chorizo pizza. Taiwan serves authentic bubble tea. 8. Food prices frozen for decades. While out in the world, burger, pizza, and coffee prices keep climbing with inflation. Costco's food court prices have barely budged for decades. A hot dog is still $1.50. Pizza is still $1.99 a slice. Rotisserie chicken is still $4.99. Numbers that leave other retailers wondering, how does Costco stay in business? The answer lies in their signature philosophy. Keeping prices low isn't just about sales, it's about trust. In a world where everything rises, walking into Costco and seeing the same familiar prices feels reassuring, like this place operates outside normal market rules. That stability is why millions of people stay loyal for decades. Most don't realize that to maintain these frozen prices, Costco accepts lower profits, optimizes every cost, and relies on massive volume. Buying ingredients in the hundreds of millions of units per year lets them negotiate rock-bottom supplier deals. Every step, from kitchen assembly lines to packaging and storage, is engineered to save pennies without sacrificing quality. Behind every low-priced item is a meticulously calculated business equation. Pizza is made by robots for consistency and labor savings. Soda comes from a direct Pepsi partnership to control costs. The food court is often placed near the exit so customers can grab and go, keeping turnover fast and preventing waste. Like the video if this surprises you. 7. No fries, no frying oil. In an era where nearly every fast food chain lives off French fries, Costco goes completely the opposite way. No fries, no frying oil. That's right. You won't hear the sizzle of a fryer or smell deep-fried grease in their food court. And it's not because they lack equipment, it's a deliberate choice. Costco wants a true fast meal zone, where you can eat well, feel full, and not regret it later. Instead of frying, they bake, steam, and roast to preserve natural flavors. Pizza bakes in industrial ovens at precise temperatures for a perfectly crisp crust without dryness. The chicken bake is rolled with real cheese and chicken, then roasted golden and fragrant. No oil needed. The result? Bold flavor that sits lighter than traditional fast food. Another reason is practical. Costco doesn't need greasy add-ons to draw crowds. They believe a few core items, pizza, hot dogs, and rotisserie chicken, done really well are enough to keep customers coming back. And they're right. Millions of pizza slices and hundreds of thousands of hot dogs are sold daily, with zero fries on the side. Skipping fryers also saves big on operating and cleaning costs while making the workspace safer for staff. No oil smells, no smoke, no fire hazards. Costco's kitchen ends up cleaner and more organized than most chains. 6. Hot dog plus soda, $1.50. In a time when a Starbucks coffee tops $6, Costco's hot dog and soda combo at $1.50 stands like an unchanging monument for over 30 years. No marketing gimmicks, no limited-time offers, just a giant all-beef hot dog, a soft, fresh-baked bun, and unlimited soda refills. What makes it special isn't just the price, it's the story behind it. Many are shocked to learn the quality isn't cheap. The hot dog is 100% beef. The bun is baked on site. Toppings include onions, relish, ketchup, and mustard. It's genuinely filling, not a snack to tide you over. Some people visit Costco just for batteries or toilet paper, but have to stop at the food court for a hot dog to complete the Costco experience. The combo stays at $1.50 not by magic, but because Costco makes the hot dogs and buns in their own factories instead of buying from suppliers. They cut out middlemen, streamline operations, and offset the loss with profits from other store items. To them, the hot dog isn't for profit, it's for loyalty. Countless people call the $1.50 combo America's most reliable meal. Fast, tasty, filling, and dirt cheap. Students after class, long-haul drivers, and seniors shopping all eat full for pocket change. That's why no matter how many new items launch, the hot dog and soda remain Costco's icon. A simple, high-quality meal that's kept the same price for decades. 5. $12 combo, more filling than a Big Mac. While many fast food chains shrink portions yet raise prices, at Costco, just $12 gets you a truly satisfying meal that can last all day. This legendary combo includes a giant pizza slice, a BBQ beef sandwich, a churro for dessert, and a large soda with unlimited refills. Compared to a McDonald's Big Mac combo, which is just a burger, fries, and drink, Costco's version is literally twice as hearty. What makes this combo stand out is that every item is made fresh on site. The BBQ beef sandwich comes in a soft bun with thick sliced beef and bold seasoning and is served piping hot straight from the oven. The pizza slice is huge, fully covered in cheese, with a crisp crust that isn't dry. The churro, a lightly sweet dessert dusted with cinnamon sugar, is baked, not fried, so it's fragrant without being greasy. Together, they deliver the classic Costco experience, tasty, filling, and worth every penny. If you price the items separately, $12 goes way further here than at any other chain. Everything is supersized in the truest sense. One Costco pizza slice equals nearly 2 from other places. The sandwich can feed 2. The soda cup is so big many people can't finish it. Families often split this combo for lunch, saving money and having fun. No coupons needed, no discount app required. Just walk into Costco and get real value. That's why many see the $12 combo as a little food court secret. Restaurant quality taste, buffet level fullness, and your wallet stays intact. 4. Pizza made by super precise robots. In Costco's food court, the giant pizza isn't just famous for being cheap. It's made by robots. Sounds over the top, but it's true. Behind the counter, a robotic arm moves smoothly, spreading sauce, cheese, and toppings perfectly evenly on every pie. No rushing, no mess. Every motion is programmed down to the exact rotation. The robot is custom built for Costco to ensure every pizza tastes and looks identical, no matter the location. Whether you're in California, Texas, or South Korea, the slice has a crisp crust, perfectly melted cheese, and sauce spread evenly from center to edge, not off by even an inch. This consistency lets Costco sell millions of pizzas yearly without raising prices or cutting quality. Here's the cool part. The robot doesn't replace people. Staff still need dough, bake, and slice the pizza. The machine only handles spreading ingredients, the most time-consuming and error-prone step. By automating it, Costco cuts labor costs, speeds up the process, and keeps everything cleaner and more uniform. The result? A 16-inch pizza, nearly the size of a tray, for about $10. Eat in, and each slice is just $1.09, cheaper than a coffee. Despite the low price, Costco pizza consistently beats major chains in taste, thanks to real ingredients and precision at every step. 3. Not organic chicken, but 100% safe. While more people chase organic labels, Costco's rotisserie chicken takes a different path. No organic tag, yet rated completely safe. Sounds contradictory, but it's actually a strength that makes it the top choice for millions yearly. All Costco rotisserie chickens come from company-owned farms in Nebraska, operating under strict U.S. standards. Federal law bans growth hormones and antibiotics in poultry, and Costco follows it to the letter. Birds eat natural grains, no artificial colors, and no preservatives. They're processed, shipped, and roasted the same day to guarantee freshness. The key? Costco doesn't inflate value with fancy labels. They skip organic to avoid jacking up the price and focus on real quality. Each bird roasts in industrial ovens at steady heat. Golden, crispy skin, juicy, sweet meat inside. That transparency builds trust. No over-the-top promises, just doing it right. Few know Costco runs its own processing plants and supply chain instead of relying on third parties. This lets them control every step from farm to table, something few retailers can do. That's why Costco chicken is always consistent, no matter the state or country. 2. Costco versus IKEA. Cheap and filling beats healthy. When it comes to in-store food, Costco and IKEA are the usual comparison. One famous for tasty filling cheap, the other praised for healthy, elegant Nordic-style dishes. But for real-world shoppers, especially those wanting to save money and eat well, Costco clearly wins. At IKEA, you'll find healthy-looking options: steamed salmon, vegetable salad, Swedish meatballs, and low-sugar almond cake. Meals are light, clean, and on-trend, but average $10–12 and rarely leave you full. At Costco, $5–6 gets you a large pizza slice, a hot dog, and unlimited soda refills. A real meal, fast and easy without draining your wallet. Flavor-wise, Costco keeps it simple but bold and consistent everywhere. From cheese-loaded pizza to the $4.99 rotisserie chicken, every item delivers real food, real price. IKEA aims for a relaxed, slow-eating vibe. Great for chilling, not for filling up. 1. Free unlimited soda refills. While many fast food chains have quietly dropped refill policies due to rising costs, at Costco, the 150 soda still comes with unlimited refills. No limits on how many times, no side-eye when you ask for more, and no QR codes or complicated apps. You just grab your cup, walk to the self-serve fountain, pick your drink, Coke, Diet, Pepsi, Sprite, or iced tea, and pour as much as you want. That simple freedom is what makes Costco's hot dog and soda combo one of the best deals in America. Costco gets it. For a lot of people, a great meal isn't just about the food. It's about feeling free to choose. And they've kept that promise for over 30 years, even as syrup, cups, and operating costs keep climbing. Every day, millions of customers refill freely. No rush, no restrictions, something rare in a world where everything gets an extra charge. Costco doesn't need loud ads. They just keep their word. Low prices, real quality, and a hassle-free experience. From free soda refills to the 150 hot dog combo and robot-made pizza, it all proves one thing. At Costco, the customer always wins. No matter how high inflation goes or how eating trends shift, this is still the place where you eat well, eat full, and never get overcharged. True value for every dollar you spend. If this info was helpful, comment the number 1 to let me know. Have you ever wondered if the power went out tomorrow, the water pressure dropped, or your local supermarket suddenly emptied out? Would your home have enough supplies to last a few days? It sounds unlikely, but just one storm, a burst water main, or a sudden wave of panic. Buying can throw everything off. The good news is you don't need extreme stockpiling. You just need to add a few smart items every time you stop by Costco. And in today's list, you'll see 10 affordable, long-lasting practical products that keep you calm while everyone else is scrambling for supplies. Subscribe to the channel to get notified about new videos. 1. Rice and pasta. If you want to build a small emergency food supply without spending much, rice and pasta are always the top choices. They're simple, familiar, and most importantly, they never go unused. You cook them on normal days, and you'll need them even more during an emergency. Buying them at Costco saves you a lot. A large bag of rice or a multi-pound box of pasta is much cheaper than at regular grocery stores. With just a few dozen dollars, you can get enough ingredients for dozens of meals, perfect for families with kids or older adults. Rice and pasta matter because they're filling and incredibly versatile. If the power goes out, it's storming outside, or you simply can't get to the store, all you need is a little water and a small gas stove to make a hot meal. Pasta cooks fast, saving time and fuel. Rice is hearty and pairs well with any protein like canned chicken, canned fish, or eggs. Storage is also extremely easy. Keep them in a dry place and away from moisture. No fancy vacuum sealer or expensive container required. If you buy in bulk, you can divide them into smaller, airtight containers to keep bugs away and make daily use easier. Both rice and pasta have very long shelf lives, and because you use them regularly, your supply stays fresh through natural rotation. A quick tip: always keep enough for about 2 to 4 weeks. You don't need an excessive amount. Just a few pounds of rice and a few packs of pasta already put you in a much better position when bad weather hits or the store temporarily runs out. 2. Canned protein. If you don't usually keep canned protein at home, this is something you should start adding to your Costco cart. Not because you're preparing for doomsday, but because it's easy to eat, easy to store, and ensures a nutritious meal even when you can't cook like normal. At Costco, canned chicken, tuna, salmon, and similar items are sold in large packs, and the price per can is significantly cheaper than at regular grocery stores. The great part is you don't have to sacrifice quality. Most of these products contain real meat, are high in protein, and don't have fillers, and the flavor is consistently good. Canned chicken is especially handy if you want something ready to eat. Just open, add a little salt, pepper, or mayo, and you have a quick meal. The biggest advantage of canned protein is that it requires no electricity, no stovetop, and comes with a shelf life of several years. During a blackout, a heavy storm, or even just a busy day when you can't cook, you can open a can and have an energy-boosting meal immediately. Kids also find it easier to eat compared to dry or overly salty emergency foods. Another reason this matters: during stressful situations, your body loses energy faster and needs more protein to stay strong. Eating only carbs will make you hungry and tired quickly, while a can of chicken or fish keeps you full much longer. Combine it with rice, pasta, or crackers, and you instantly have a solid, satisfying meal with almost no effort. Storage is simple. No refrigeration needed. Just keep the cans in a cool, dry place. When you buy a new pack, rotate the older cans to the front. This keeps your pantry fresh and prevents waste. For peace of mind, keep around 10-15 cans at home. It's not a large number, but it's enough to cover several days without worrying about a protein shortage. And because these cans are great for everyday meals too, you'll naturally rotate through them and restock. Affordable, convenient, and extremely practical in any situation. 3. Peanut butter. If you had to choose one item that's cheap, convenient, and nutritious enough to keep at home for emergencies, peanut butter would easily be at the top of the list. It sounds ordinary, but when you're in a situation where you can't cook, can't go grocery shopping, or simply need a quick energy boost, you'll realize just how useful peanut butter is. At Costco, you'll find large jars at very affordable prices. Buying them in twin packs is much cheaper than purchasing single jars at regular grocery stores. The best part is that peanut butter requires no cooking, no heating, and no electricity. Just open the lid and take one spoonful and you already have nearly 200 calories. Rich, creamy, and full of protein to help you stay alert. During bad weather or days when the whole family is too tired to cook, a little peanut butter with bread or crackers turns into a quick, nourishing meal. Peanut butter is also something kids almost always enjoy. It's simple, not too strong in flavor, and pairs easily with fruit, crackers, or oatmeal, or can even just be eaten straight off the spoon. This matters because during stressful times, children often lose their appetite. Having something familiar makes things much easier. Another big advantage is its long shelf life. Unopened jars can last for years without much change in quality. Just keep them in a cool, dry place. With natural peanut butter, simply stir it well the first time you open it, then store the jar upside down so the oil doesn't separate. After that, you can use it gradually over several months with no problem. 4. Batteries. Batteries are something most people only think about when all their devices start dying at the same time. And by then, it's already too late. Flashlights stop working, radios won't turn on, kids' toys shut off, smoke detectors start beeping low battery, and your phone becomes something you desperately try to preserve. That's why if there's one item worth buying a little extra every time you visit Costco, it's AA and 8AA batteries. Costco sells large battery packs at prices noticeably cheaper than buying individual packs in regular stores. You not only save money but also ensure you always have several spare batteries at home so you don't have to run out during a storm or blackout. Kirkland brand batteries are surprisingly durable and work well with most household items. TV remotes, clocks, toys, flashlights, fan remotes, and emergency devices. One thing many people forget is that during a long power outage, you'll use batteries much more than usual. Flashlights alone can burn through a lot, and kids' toys drain them even faster. If you have walkie-talkies, an emergency radio, or security sensors, you'll want an even bigger reserve. A large pack might not be used up in a week, but it gives you peace of mind when things go wrong. Storing batteries is simple. Keep them in a dry place, away from heat. Write the purchase date on the box so you can rotate them easily. Use the older ones first and save the newer ones for emergencies. Batteries have a long shelf life, so buying big packs is both economical and practical. One small tip: place a box of batteries in a few different spots around your home, like the kitchen drawer, living room cabinet, and inside your emergency kit. That way, you won't have to search the house when the lights go out. Just this small preparation can keep you calm when everything else feels chaotic. 5. Over-the-counter medicine and first aid supplies. If there's one category that most families lack, but is absolutely critical during emergencies, it's over-the-counter medicine and a proper first aid kit. You can skip a meal if you must, but fever, stomach pain, allergies, or even small cuts become a real problem if you don't have the right medicine on hand. And these issues usually happen at the exact moment you can't run to the pharmacy. At Costco, you can buy large bottles of medications, pain relievers, fever reducers, anti-inflammatory pills, cold medicine, and allergy meds, at prices much cheaper than supermarkets or drugstores. Buying large packs might seem too much, but the cost per pill is significantly lower. And the most important part is having the medication available when you need it. What about a first aid kit? This is something you'll find incredibly valuable in the smallest everyday situations. Your child scraping a knee, you accidentally cutting your hand in the kitchen, or getting a minor burn while using a gas stove during a blackout. A proper kit with bandages, gauze, gloves, antiseptic wipes, small scissors, and wound dressings helps you handle these injuries quickly, cleanly, and safely. The great thing is you don't need medical training or complicated equipment. Just having the right medications and basic supplies to clean and bandage a wound keeps your family much safer. If you have young kids, make sure to stock children's versions of common medicines, because no one wants to rush out in the middle of the night when a child suddenly spikes a fever. Storage is simple. Put everything in a dedicated box, keep it in a dry, easy-to-reach spot, and check expiration dates once or twice a year. Anything close to expiring can be used for everyday needs first, then replaced with new items. Pause for 3 seconds and hit the subscribe button to follow the latest videos. 6. Water. Many people assume water will always be available, but just one power outage, a broken pump, or a disruption in the municipal water system is enough to make you realize how fast it runs out. Drinking, cooking, mixing baby formula, washing hands, brushing teeth, everything requires water. Just one day without it can throw your entire household into chaos. That's why keeping a few cases of water at home isn't extreme prepping. It's simply a way to avoid panic when something unexpected happens. Costco is the easiest place to start because bottled water there is cheaper than almost anywhere else. A 40-pack costs only a few dollars and can last your family several days. You don't need to buy a huge amount all at once, just grab one extra case every trip. Before you know it, you'll have enough emergency water without spending much. For families, the general rule is at least 1 gallon per person per day, but realistically you'll use more if you have small children or need to cook. Bottled water is easy to store, and if you want to be even more prepared, Costco also sells 5-gallon jugs. These are extremely cost-effective when you want to store water for multiple consecutive days. Just keep them in a cool, shaded spot and they'll last a long time without affecting taste or quality. The most important rule when storing water is avoiding heat. Don't keep water in the garage or anywhere with direct sunlight because high temperatures can degrade the plastic and affect flavor. A closet under the bed or a storage corner is good enough. Just remember to rotate. Use older cases first and replace them with new ones. Here's a small but very helpful tip. Always keep a backup water filter or a few purification tablets. If the tap water becomes cloudy or you have to use an uncertain source temporarily, the filter or tablets will give you much more peace of mind. 7. Emergency food buckets. Emergency food buckets may sound intense, but they're actually one of the simplest ways to guarantee you always have several dozen meals on standby without having to plan too much. If your home faces a long blackout, flooded roads, closed supermarkets, or you just physically can't go out to buy food, a compact food bucket in the corner of your closet can bring an incredible sense of security. Costco usually sells buckets filled with freeze-dried meals, rice, soups, pasta, oatmeal, and even drink mixes. Each pouch only needs hot water to become a full meal, satisfying for both adults and kids. Their biggest advantage is their shelf life. Some last more than 20 years. You buy them once, store them away, and practically never have to think about them again. These aren't gourmet meals, but that's not the point. When you truly need a warm, filling meal during a difficult situation, they do their job perfectly. With a small gas stove, a kettle, or even leftover hot water from an electric kettle, you can prepare them easily. Another huge advantage is size. One bucket can hold hundreds of servings yet takes up no more space than a paint container. You can tuck it under the stairs, place it in a cool corner of the garage, or store it in a small pantry without affecting your living space. And because the food is packaged in individual pouches, you only open what you need. Everything else stays protected. 8. Toilet paper and paper towels. Among all the essentials you should keep at home, toilet paper and paper towels are the two items people never think about until they truly need them. You can get by being a little hungry, but running out of toilet paper or paper towels during a blackout, bad weather, or an empty supermarket shelf is inconvenient in every possible way. And the truth is, these are always the first items to disappear when something happens. At Costco, you can easily get giant packs at much lower prices than small stores. The advantage of Costco's supersized packs is that you don't have to buy them often, and your home always has a few weeks' worth of backup. Toilet paper doesn't spoil or mold as long as it's kept dry, so buying more isn't wasteful at all. In fact, it saves you from having to rush out during heavy rain, crowded stores, or supply shortages. Paper towels are just as important. During power outages or when your kitchen isn't fully functional, paper towels become your go-to tool for everything. Wiping hands, cleaning counters, drying food, replacing napkins, and even acting as a makeshift coffee filter if you're desperate. On bad weather days, you'll rely on them far more than you expect. Storage is simple. Keep them in a dry, ventilated place and avoid setting them directly on damp floors. If your home is small, you can split a big pack with neighbors or family, saving space and money. For families with kids, it's smart to place a few extra rolls in the bathroom, bedroom, or even the car so you always have some handy. 9. Flashlights and headlamps. When the power goes out, you'll realize something right away. Your phone is not bright enough, and you definitely can't drain your phone battery all night just to use it as a flashlight. That's why flashlights and headlamps are always on the list of must-have items at home. Not only for storms, but for any situation where you need a reliable light source. Flashlights at Costco usually come in packs of 2 or 3. The price is low, and the brightness and durability are far better than the cheap ones sold at convenience stores. The best part is that you can place them in different spots around your home. One in the kitchen, one in the bedroom, and one in the car. When the power goes out in the middle of the night, you won't have to stumble around using your phone at 20% battery. Headlamps, on the other hand, are the silent hero for situations where you need both hands free. Fixing the breaker, cooking instant noodles on a gas stove, carrying your child, searching for something in a pitch-black garage. A headlamp makes everything so much easier. Just strap it on, switch it on, and you can work comfortably without holding a flashlight or wedging your phone under your arm. Another reason flashlights and headlamps are worth buying is that they use far less power than your phone. AA and 8AA batteries are inexpensive, easy to buy, and easy to store. When paired with the large battery packs you already get from Costco, these lights become the perfect duo. Just a few fresh batteries can keep them running for hours. 10. Warm blankets and emergency thermal blankets. Most people think about food shortages during an emergency, but cold temperatures are actually what drain your energy the fastest. Just a few hours of no heating on a cold night can make your home uncomfortable enough that you can't even sleep. That's when a warm blanket or an emergency thermal blanket becomes a small but powerful lifesaver, helping your family stay warm and calm. At Costco, you can easily find soft, lightweight, but very warm blankets sold in large sets at prices far lower than buying individual ones. These are items you can use every day, on the couch, on road trips, in the car, but they're extremely useful during a power outage, a windy night, or when your heating system suddenly fails. No special technology required, just wrap it around yourself and you're warm. Another option is the foil-style emergency thermal blanket. It looks thin like aluminum foil, but it retains heat amazingly well, reflecting most of your body heat back to you and preventing rapid heat loss. These blankets are so lightweight they feel like a pack of snacks, so you can store 5 to 10 of them at home, in the car, or in your emergency kit without taking up any space. They're especially useful during extreme cold or when you need to wait outdoors for help. The best part is that warm blankets and emergency blankets don't expire, don't spoil, and require almost no maintenance. Just keep them in a dry place, and you can use them year after year. Homes with small children or elderly family members should keep extra blankets on hand, since these groups get cold faster and can become exhausted or sleepless much more easily. Warm blankets and emergency blankets aren't expensive or complicated, but they provide a noticeable amount of comfort during unpredictable situations. With just a few sets from Costco, you'll have an essential layer of protection for your family during cold weather, power outages, or short-term evacuations. Preparing doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. Each time you stop by Costco, bring home a few simple items: rice, pasta, batteries, water, canned protein, or warm blankets. And your home will always have a safety cushion for any situation. You use all of these things in everyday life, so nothing goes to waste. And when something does happen, you won't have to rush out, panic, or feel unprepared. A little preparation brings a whole lot of peace of mind. Did this video help you out? Hit subscribe and help us reach 30,000 subscribers. Costco is rolling out a wave of unannounced clearance deals, and the prices this time are making people literally stop their carts as they walk past the aisle. Some items are discounted so deeply that it's hard to believe their brand name. Others normally cost twice as much elsewhere, but are now down to just a fraction of that. These aren't the kind of deals you'll easily see again. Once they sell out, they're gone for good. Truly a whoever gets it first situation. Today's list includes 12 items getting the most attention, and if you want to stretch every dollar you spend, you'll want to watch until the end. Subscribe to the channel to get notified of the latest videos. 1. Dyson V11 Extra Vacuum. There are products you only need to hold once to understand why people trust them, and the Dyson V11 Extra is one of them. No flashy marketing needed. Just turn it on, hear the steady motor, and you immediately feel the difference in suction power compared to a typical vacuum. The Dyson V11 Extra stands out because it automatically adjusts suction depending on the surface. You can move from hardwood floors to carpet without pressing extra buttons or switching attachments. The machine detects and reacts to different types of debris, keeping performance strong even in dust-heavy corners. Another major advantage is its lightweight design. It's easy to hold and easy to maneuver. You can lift it to clean ceiling corners or reach under a sofa without bending too much. The battery lasts long enough to clean an entire apartment or a large portion of your home without running out mid-task. When it needs charging, just place it on the wall-mounted dock. What makes many people consider a Dyson is its durability. It runs steadily, isn't overly loud, and rarely has small breakdowns. The filtration system is also designed to trap dust instead of blowing it back out, a crucial detail for anyone sensitive to dust or dealing with allergies. Costco's clearance price for the Dyson V11 Extra usually falls around $349 to $399, noticeably lower than Dyson's regular retail pricing. If you're looking to upgrade to a vacuum that's stronger, longer-lasting, and easier to use, this is a good time to consider it. 2. Columbia Outdoor Blanket. The price of the Columbia Outdoor Blanket at Costco is surprising shoppers so much that many turn their carts around just to double-check. A branded outdoor product with solid materials and reliable water resistance dropping this low, this is the kind of deal that stops people right at the aisle. The water-resistant fabric works exactly as advertised. You can lay it on grass, sand, or slightly damp ground and still sit comfortably without feeling moisture or cold seeping through. For families with kids, this is especially convenient for weekend outings because you don't worry about dirt or wet surfaces. A quick shake, and it's clean again. The foldable design with a carry handle is another big plus. After using it, just roll it up, secure the strap, and carry it like a small bag. It doesn't take up trunk space and barely takes up room at home. Ideal for anyone who likes things neat and compact. The $12.97 price tag is what really draws attention. For a Columbia outdoor blanket, that price rarely appears again, especially when Costco labels it clearance, meaning it will not be restocked. Anyone who has ever bought brand-name outdoor blankets knows they usually cost much more. If you want something long-lasting, easy to carry, and genuinely useful outdoors without spending a lot, the Columbia outdoor blanket fits perfectly. It's the kind of product that doesn't need a long introduction. One look at the price explains why it's one of the most talked about deals. 3. Coho 24Q Cooler. If you've ever taken a temporary cooler to a BBQ or beach trip, you probably know the frustration. Ice melts quickly, drinks warm up, and everything becomes more trouble than it's worth. The Coho 24Q cooler at Costco solves exactly that problem without requiring a big budget. It's built with thick walls, a tight sealing lid, and quality insulation, allowing ice to last, on average, about 3 days under typical real-world use. This is especially useful for camping trips, long drives, or outdoor parties. Drinks stay cold, food maintains temperature, and you don't need to constantly replace the ice. The biggest attention grabber, however, is the price. The Coho 24Q cooler is marked down to around $59.97 at Costco. That's far lower than many premium cooler brands that charge hundreds of dollars. Yet the real-world performance isn't dramatically different. You don't need a big-name brand to own a durable, reliable cooler. For anyone who hosts outdoor gatherings, goes on weekend trips, or needs a trustworthy cooler for long journeys, the Coho 24Q is a very sensible choice. 4. Globe Electric Wireless LED Light Set 2-Pack. The Globe Electric Wireless LED Light Set 2-Pack is one of the most noticeable clearance items at Costco. Not because it is extremely unique, but because it fits so many practical needs around the house. From dark cabinet corners to dim hallways, garages, or storage rooms, you simply stick them on and instantly solve those small, everyday inconveniences without wiring or drilling. Each pack includes 2 rechargeable lights, so you don't need to keep buying replacement batteries. Just stick them where you want, turn them on, and you get light immediately. The 250 lumen brightness is strong enough to clearly illuminate cabinet shelves, stairways, walkways, or storage areas. And because there are no wires or screws, you can easily move the lights whenever needed without leaving marks. Battery life per charge is solid and suitable for daily use. The lights turn on quickly, the brightness is even, and they don't produce harsh glare. For families with kids, seniors, or anyone who moves around at night, this product makes the home much safer and easier to navigate. You can also use them in a shed, backyard storage room, under the sink, or next to a desk, all the places that never seem to have enough light. The 2-pack Globe Electric set at Costco is priced at a clearance level of $19.97, making it an easy purchase without much hesitation. Many wireless lights on the market cost more, yet don't offer the same brightness or durability. This deal gives a clear sense of affordable, instantly useful. 5. KitchenAid 12-piece cookware set. The KitchenAid 12-piece cookware set at Costco is the kind of product that feels reliable from the first glance. Clean, matching, and built to last. It's not flashy or overly decorative, but once you pick up each pot and pan, you notice the thick base, solid handles, and smooth non-stick coating. This is the type of set families buy once to upgrade the kitchen and then use steadily for years. The aluminum material conducts heat well, helping everything heat quickly and cook evenly without spending too much time at the stove. The non-stick interior works smoothly, allowing you to sauté with minimal oil while keeping food from sticking. This is perfect for households that prefer light cooking or want to reduce oil in daily meals. The heat-resistant glass lids make it easy to check your food without having to lift the lid constantly. A major plus is the variety of sizes included, enough for boiling soup, stir-frying, pan-searing, boiling water, or making sauces. Everything matches in design, making the kitchen look neater and easier to organize. For anyone replacing old cookware or moving into a new home, a full set like this is extremely convenient. The handles are sturdy and secure and don't become slippery even when your hands are slightly wet. They also don't get too hot to hold. Cleaning is simple because the non-stick surface washes easily and doesn't require scrubbing. The set works on electric, gas, and induction stovetops. In terms of price, the KitchenAid 12-piece set is marked down to $129.97 during Costco's clearance, much cheaper than buying pieces individually or purchasing similar sets from major brands. Pause for 3 seconds and tap the subscribe button to follow the latest videos. 6. Zilling Blender plus Coffee Maker Combo. The Zilling Blender and Coffee Maker Combo in Costco's clearance section is the type of bundle that gets a lot of attention because of its practicality. These are two appliances people usually buy separately, but here you get both at a reasonable price without sacrificing quality. For families looking to upgrade the kitchen without overspending, this is a very fitting option. The Zilling blender has a large capacity, a sturdy blade design, smooth operation, and enough power to handle smoothies, ice, and even hot soups. Switching from coarse blending to smoother textures is quick, with no overheating or straining. If you often prepare light breakfasts or enjoy blended foods, this machine performs very well. The blending jar is easy to clean, doesn't hold food odors, and can be detached quickly. The included coffee maker is simple but fully functional. The reservoir holds enough for 10 cups, delivers steady operation, and brews coffee with a clear, consistent flavor. If you previously used a cheap drip machine and dealt with weak or uneven brews, this version is noticeably better. The filter basket removes easily for fast cleaning, ideal for busy mornings when you need a hot cup right away. What makes this combo stand out is the price. During clearance, the blender and coffee maker set typically drops to around $149.97, and sometimes even lower. Compared to buying each appliance separately from major brands, this is a rare price point. 7. Black & Decker 3-in-1 Portable Air Conditioner. The Black & Decker 3-in-1 Portable Air Conditioner in Costco's clearance lineup is the kind of device that makes a noticeable difference from the very first day you use it. It doesn't just cool the room, it also dehumidifies and circulates air. This makes the space feel far more comfortable than using a fan or a mini air cooler. For anyone living in hot, humid regions or simply needing a flexible cooling option for different rooms, this is a standout pick. Its cooling performance is steady, especially in small to medium-sized rooms. The temperature drops quickly, the airflow spreads evenly, and there's no harsh, single-direction blast that can feel uncomfortable. The dehumidifying mode works effectively as well, particularly on days when humidity makes the whole house feel stuffy. Thanks to the 3-in-1 design, one machine is enough to improve air quality in a variety of situations. The biggest convenience is its portability. The wheels roll smoothly, making it easy to move between the living room, bedroom, or workspace. You don't need to mount anything on the wall, and installation is simple. Cleaning the filter and draining the unit is also straightforward and doesn't take much time. During the clearance event, the Black & Decker 3-in-1 at Costco is priced around $199.97, noticeably cheaper than many other portable AC units that typically cost between $300 and $400. 8. Bowers & Wilkins PX7 Noise-Canceling Headphones. Some devices show their premium quality the moment you use them, and the Bowers & Wilkins PX7 is exactly that kind of product. You don't need to be an audio enthusiast to feel the difference. Within seconds of putting them on, the background noise fades, the space feels calmer, and the music becomes clean and pleasantly detailed. The PX7's strongest feature is its consistent active noise canceling, which performs well in many environments. Whether you're in a busy office, a noisy cafe, or an airplane cabin, the noise reduction doesn't weaken. The headphones block sound effectively without creating that heavy pressure feeling, making them comfortable for long sessions. For anyone who needs to focus, study, or work, or simply wants a quiet moment, the PX7 brings noticeable comfort. Bowers & Wilkins maintains its signature balance tuning here. Solid bass that doesn't overwhelm, clear mids, and crisp treble that stays pleasant even during long listening sessions. If you're used to mid-range headphones, the upgrade in sound quality is immediately obvious, especially with acoustic music, vocals, or movies with spatial effects. The over-ear fit is cushioned and soft without trapping heat. The frame feels sturdy and well-built. With up to 30 hours of battery life, you can use them all day without needing to recharge. For commuting, remote work, or travel, this is a major advantage. Costco's clearance deal brings the PX7 down to $149.97, far below the original price of this premium headphone line. 9. Sony 5.2 Dolby Atmos Soundbar. Among the clearance deals at Costco, the Sony 5.1.2 Dolby Atmos soundbar is one of the most noticeably instant upgrade items you can bring home. The first time you turn it on, you immediately hear the difference between standard TV speakers and a sound system designed to fill the room. You don't need to understand audio technology. Watching just a short movie clip is enough to notice how the sound layers become clearer, more detailed, and spread evenly throughout the space. The highlight of this system is Dolby Atmos 5.1.2, which delivers audio not just from the front but also from the sides and above. This creates a more immersive and cinematic experience. Setup is fairly simple. With HDMI, EARC, or Bluetooth, you can get it running right away. The controls are easy to understand, and switching modes is quick, great for users who prefer not to tweak too many settings. The soundbar's design is clean and compact, fitting well with most home interiors. The clearance price at Costco is around $299.97, dramatically lower than the original price, which is often close to $1,000 for a sound system with this level of technology. 10. Hisense 85 QLED TV. An 85-inch TV usually makes people think of a price tag that's out of reach. But Costco's clearance deal on the Hisense 85 QLED has changed that for many shoppers. A huge screen, solid picture quality, and a price under $500. That combination is extremely rare, especially for a QLED model with a high refresh rate and long-term warranty. The first standout feature is the sheer size. At 85 inches, the screen doesn't just feel big, it transforms the viewing experience entirely. Movies, sports, and games look dramatically more immersive. The image fills your field of view, making you feel like you're sitting in a theater or right next to the action on the field. For families who enjoy weekend movie nights or big sports gatherings, this size makes a very clear difference. In terms of picture quality, QLED technology delivers bright colors, strong contrast, and sharp details. The 144 Hz refresh rate is a major advantage for sports fans and gamers because motion stays smooth and reduces blurring during fast-paced scenes. The built-in speakers are fine for basic use, but pairing the TV with a soundbar elevates the experience significantly. The $499.97 clearance price makes this TV one of the most notable deals Costco is offering. 11. 1.2 CTT GIA Diamond. It's not often you see a 1.2 carat GIA certified diamond drop below $2,400. Anyone who follows the jewelry market will immediately take notice of that number. A VS2 diamond that's nearly colorless typically sells for much more, especially at major retailers where brand markup adds a significant amount to the final price. The quality of this diamond comes from three core factors: the 1.2 carat size, the VS2 clarity, and the near colorless grade. These characteristics deliver strong brilliance, noticeable sparkle, and an elegant appearance without needing an elaborate setting. With GIA certification, every detail is transparent: cut, proportions, clarity, and symmetry. All the elements that confirm true value rather than guesswork. What makes this deal notable is that the clearance price removes the usual brand overhead you pay at large jewelry stores. You're not paying extra for velvet boxes or a glossy showroom. You're paying for the stone itself. For anyone looking for jewelry meant to last or mark an important milestone, this feels like a right price, right value purchase. A 1.2 carat diamond is also an ideal size for engagement rings, anniversary rings, or personal fine jewelry. It's large enough to be noticeable immediately, but still refined enough to suit many styles. The VS2 clarity ensures no visible flaws interfere with beauty, which is especially reassuring when the item is in the clearance category. 12. Trisanti Office Chair. A good office chair doesn't need to be overly complex. Sometimes all you need is to sit down and instantly feel comfortable. The Trisanti office chair in Costco's clearance section delivers exactly that. A compact design, stable back support, and a price that makes people stop for a closer look. For anyone working from home or spending long hours at a desk, this is a simple upgrade that can improve daily comfort without a major investment. The backrest has a gentle curve that follows the natural shape of your spine, giving you support without feeling stiff. The seat cushion is moderately thick, not so soft that you sink in, but not so firm that you feel sore after sitting for a while. The armrests are simple but effective, giving good support when typing or resting your hands between tasks. The chair's wheels roll smoothly, don't make loud noise, and won't scratch the floor. That makes it suitable for both home offices and small workspaces. The seat height is easy to adjust, fitting different body types and desk setups. During the clearance sale, the Trasanti chair drops to $99.97, which is significantly cheaper than similar office chairs sold at large furniture stores. At this price, you get a durable, comfortable chair that blends well with many interior styles. These clearance deals show that sometimes, with the right timing, you can bring home genuinely useful products without overspending. From home appliances to entertainment gear and everyday essentials, each item offers clear value when matched with the right needs. If you're trying to optimize your spending while still keeping your daily quality of life high, these are definitely worth considering. Practical, simple, and truly helpful in everyday use. Did this video help you? Hit subscribe and help us reach 30,000 subscribers. Costco's food court is famous for being cheap and delicious. But what most people don't know is that behind those familiar menu items are a series of secrets only employees truly understand. Some of these secrets sound small at first, but they explain why the food here is always busy, always fresh, and always shockingly affordable. This list reveals interesting behind-the-counter details, how the operation works, service principles, and the hidden, unspoken rules most customers never hear about. If you've ever eaten at the food court, or you're planning a Costco trip soon, these are things that will definitely surprise you. Pause for 3 seconds and tap the subscribe button to follow the latest videos. #13. The automatic pizza sauce robot. If you've ever watched a Costco employee prepare a pizza, you've probably seen something interesting. Not a trained chef, but a spinning machine spreading sauce across the dough with almost perfect precision. That's the pizza sauce robot, Costco's quiet, hidden employee, and it plays a bigger role than most people realize. The machine is simple but incredibly accurate. Place the dough on the tray, press a button, and the sauce dispenser rotates in a perfect circle. No missed spots, no excess sauce. This ensures every pizza has the same amount of sauce, avoiding the uneven patches that manual prep can sometimes cause. This consistency is why Costco pizza tastes the same everywhere, no matter which state you buy it in. Besides consistency, the robot saves time. During rush hours, when long lines of customers are waiting, the sauce robot trims down small steps, and each small step adds up to faster service. Hot pizzas come out continuously without delays. With the massive number of pizzas sold every day, efficiency is essential. Another interesting rule: if a pizza stays out for more than 1 hour without being sold, it must be replaced with a fresh one. Thanks to the sauce robot and the automated prep line, keeping up with this freshness rule is much easier, ensuring customers always receive pizza that's soft, hot, and properly sauced. 12. No membership required at some outdoor food courts. Many people assume you must have a Costco membership to eat at the food court. But there's a little-known exception. At certain locations, especially those with outdoor food courts, you can walk up and buy food freely without scanning a card or passing through a member entrance. This setup makes the food court operate almost like a standalone fast food spot. Anyone walking by can order a hot dog, pizza slice, or sundae at Costco's famously low prices without paying for a membership. Locals who live near these stores often take advantage of this loophole, enjoying the food court without ever stepping inside the warehouse. However, not all Costcos are built this way. Some locations enforce membership checks even for the food court, requiring your card before ordering, which surprises people who are used to the outdoor version. If you don't have a membership but want to experience the 5-minute Costco lunch, check whether your nearby location has an outdoor food court. It's a small secret many employees know and many locals use daily but is rarely talked about. 11. You can enter with a cash card or by going with someone who has a membership. Many people believe that without a membership card, you're essentially locked out of Costco. But the reality is more flexible. Costco officially allows 2 completely valid entry methods: go with a member or use a cash card, a lesser-known alternative pass that works surprisingly well. The simplest method is to enter with a friend or family member who is already a member. You can walk in, browse, and shop just like they do. The only difference is that they must pay for your items, and you reimburse them afterward. Families often use this method during big shopping runs, or when someone wants to test the experience before signing up for a membership. The second method is even more flexible, using a Costco cash card, which functions like a gift card. As long as a current member buys the cash card for you, you can enter Costco and check out on your own, just like a member. You don't need the member to accompany you, and you don't need to be on their account. Simply bring the cash card and you're allowed in. Many shoppers use this method to buy big-ticket items, electronics, furniture, bulk groceries, without committing to a year-long membership. The cash card works just like cash inside Costco, and you can reload it anytime. Employees often recommend this tip to new or hesitant customers because it's legitimate, convenient, and gives you access to every deal in the warehouse, including major clearance discounts. 10. Costco employees really love the food court. When people talk about Costco's secrets, they usually think of cheap deals, membership tricks, or little-known shortcuts. But there's one detail that sounds simple, yet says a lot about the food court's quality. Costco employees, the people who see, smell, and work around the food every single day, are actually loyal fans of it. And if you've ever worked somewhere with strong food smells or repetitive menus, you know how rare that is. Costco employees work next to hot pizza batches, fresh cases of hot dogs, and trays of churros coming straight out of the oven, day after day. Yet they still choose the food court for their lunch and mid-shift snacks, and even take food home. That says the food isn't just good for the price, but genuinely tasty, fresh, and not something they get tired of even when exposed to it constantly. When asked which item they like most employees put pizza at the top of the list, followed by the $1.50 hot dog, the item everyone assumes is only for customers looking for a quick snack. But their preference isn't about convenience. It's because they witness every step of the process and know exactly how fresh the ingredients are, how pizzas are replaced every hour, and how nothing is done sloppily behind the scenes. 9. The $1.50 hot dog combo. When you think of the Costco food court, the very first item that pops into most people's minds is the $1.50 hot dog combo. Not just because it's incredibly cheap, but because it has stayed the same price for decades. In a time when food costs keep rising, having a combo that includes a hot dog and unlimited soda refills while still staying at $1.50 since the 1980s sounds almost unbelievable. Yet Costco has kept it unchanged, and that's why it has become iconic. What's surprising is that the combo isn't small. The hot dog is big, the bun is soft, and the all-beef sausage is significantly larger than what most fast food chains offer. Combined with a refillable soda, the combo is enough for a quick-filling lunch without spending anything extra. It's also the reason many people stop by the food court even when they don't plan to shop in the warehouse. Behind the $1.50 price is a clear business philosophy. Keep an anchor item, extremely affordable as a way of showing appreciation for members. The profit from the hot dog combo is minimal, and at times, rising costs have caused serious headaches for the management team. But instead of raising the price, Costco chose to improve efficiency and lower operational costs so the combo could remain $1.50. That long-term consistency builds trust with customers. Subscribe to the channel to get notified of the latest videos. 8. A long line means fresher food. If you've ever been to Costco during peak hours, you've probably seen long lines at the food court. At first glance, it looks like an inconvenience. Long wait times, lots of people, slow movement. But for anyone who has worked there, a long line actually signals something positive. Fresher, hotter, and better tasting food. It sounds backwards, but it's a truth employees often remind each other of. The reason is simple. When it's busy, everything has to be cooked continuously. Churros disappear the moment they come out of the oven. Fresh-cut pizza slices get taken immediately. Hot dogs grilled to order sell out as fast as they're prepared. The fast pace forces the kitchen to follow strict procedures. No holding food too long, no cooling, no stockpiling. Every batch is essentially a fresh batch, and the people standing in line are the ones who benefit the most. Costco Pizza also has a strict rule. If a pizza sits for more than 1 hour without being taken, it must be thrown out and replaced. But during busy times, that almost never happens. You're nearly guaranteed a hot slice with stretchy cheese and a lightly crisp crust. The same goes for churros, hot and soft inside, not tough or rubbery from sitting too long. Even something simple like hot dogs tastes fresher, when turnover is fast. 7. Costco is the 14th largest pizza chain in the U.S. It sounds strange, but if you ranked the biggest pizza sellers in the United States, Costco, a warehouse club, sits at number 14. No neon signs, no dine-in restaurant atmosphere, no flashy marketing campaigns. Yet Costco sells enough pizza every year to compete with professional pizza chains. This surprises many customers because most people associate Costco with low prices and bulk items, not pizza. Costco's strength comes from three clear factors: low prices, consistent quality, and massive customer volume. A slice is only $1.99, and a whole pizza is $9.99. A price point most pizza chains can't match. Despite being cheap, Costco pizza isn't low effort. The cheese layer is thick, the pizza is large, the sauce is portioned precisely by the robot, and fresh batches are made continuously throughout the day. With crowds waiting after shopping, turnover is so fast that the pizza stays consistently fresh. What's interesting is that Costco doesn't even consider itself a pizza chain. The food court exists only to support the shopping experience. Yet thanks to the overwhelming traffic from more than 500 warehouses across the U.S., the number of pizzas sold each year matches specialized pizza brands. 6. The menu changes from country to country. One surprising detail many customers don't realize is that the Costco food court menu is not the same everywhere. Depending on the country, and sometimes even the region, Costco adds or swaps items to match local tastes. So if you've ever traveled and visited an international Costco, you might find foods that don't exist in the U.S. at all. That variety is part of what makes the food court so interesting. In Canada, poutine is the star item: crispy fries topped with hot gravy and melting cheese curds, which is as Canadian as it gets. Meanwhile, Costco Mexico serves a rich, flavorful lasagna with a noticeably heavier filling compared to the frozen versions sold inside the warehouse. In parts of Europe, you might find shepherd's pie in Wales or a mango smoothie in Iceland, reflecting the eating habits of each region. What's interesting is that despite adding regional items, Costco still keeps its core classics like pizza, hot dogs, and churros, so regular customers don't feel left out. But the country-specific additions create a sense of familiarity for locals and often become even more popular than Costco's original items. It's not a marketing gimmick. It's simply Costco respecting the food culture of each place. 5. Each pizza uses more than 1 pound of cheese. If you've ever wondered why Costco pizza always tastes rich, melts perfectly, and has that satisfying cheese pull, the answer lies in a detail few people know. Each pizza uses more than 1 pound of cheese. That number already sounds generous, but considering the entire pizza costs only $9.99, it becomes even more surprising. Costco doesn't use powder-blended cheese or low-quality alternatives. They use a blend of 80% mozzarella and 20% Parmesan, creating a thick, fragrant, perfectly melty topping. Using that much cheese isn't just about indulgence. It also ensures consistent flavor and texture. A thick layer of cheese helps keep the pizza moist, prevents the sauce underneath from drying out, and keeps the crust lightly crisp without becoming hard. Every bite includes enough cheese, sauce, and dough, a balance most low-cost pizza chains struggle to achieve. Costco is also strict about ingredient standards. The cheese contains no hydrogenated oils, no trans fat, and no lard. Everything is chosen to maintain freshness and steady quality, even during peak hours when food flies off the counter. This transparency helps customers trust that, despite the low price, the pizza is made with real, high-quality ingredients. 4. The chicken bake uses a special Caesar sauce. Among all the items on the Costco food court menu, there's one that regulars talk about with a special kind of excitement: the chicken bake. At first glance, it looks like a simple baked roll stuffed with chicken and cheese, but anyone who has tried it knows it's one of those "you won't get it until you taste it" items. Mostly because of the special Caesar sauce Costco uses as its secret ingredient. When you hear Caesar sauce, you might think of salad dressing. But in the chicken bake, the flavor is richer and creamier and acts as the binding element that ties the chicken, bacon, and cheese together. Costco doesn't use just a light smear of sauce. They use a generous amount, making the filling moist, flavorful, and never dry. Each bite gives you soft bread, melty cheese, and a lightly salty, savory sauce aroma. That perfect level of moisture is what separates Costco's chicken bake from homemade or store-bought versions. The filling is also quite substantial. Chunks of chicken, bacon bits, onions, and cheese mixed with the sauce. The combination feels like a cross between a hot sandwich and a calzone, but it's easier to eat and more filling. Thanks to the crisp baked crust on the outside, the chicken bake doesn't feel heavy even though it contains a good amount of cheese. 3. Pay for food court items at the main checkout. If you've ever shopped at Costco on a busy day, you know the feeling of standing at a crossroads. Should you stop by the food court first or check out your groceries first? And sometimes the food court line is so long that you simply give up on getting food. But there's a little-known trick that lets you finish shopping and grab your food incredibly fast. Paying for food court items right at the main checkout registers. It's a take the long way but finish faster type of shortcut, and Costco employees often recommend it to customers who want to save time. The method is very simple. When you reach the checkout, just tell the cashier you want to add a food court order. They'll ring it up on your regular receipt, whether it's pizza, a hot dog, a smoothie, or anything the food court is selling. After you pay, you simply take the receipt and walk straight to the food court's express pickup line. Hand them your receipt, wait for them to prepare your food, and skip the long line completely. What's interesting is that this method is fully allowed and used at many Costco locations, yet it's rarely talked about. For parents with young kids, or anyone who just wants to get in and out quickly, this trick is a lifesaver, often cutting your wait time nearly in half. Even during peak weekend hours, skipping the long line can reduce your wait from 15 minutes down to just a few minutes. 2. The food court does not aim for profit. If you've ever wondered why Costco food court items are cheap, consistent, and seemingly immune to price increases, the answer lies in a principle almost no major retailer follows. The food court is not designed to generate profit. It sounds counterintuitive, but it's a core part of how Costco operates, prioritizing customer value instead of squeezing profit out of every food item. Rather than treating the food court as a fast food business, Costco sees it as an energy station for shoppers. The warehouse is big, customers walk a lot, they browse a lot, and naturally, they get tired. A cheap slice of pizza, a 1.50 hot dog, or a refillable soda makes the shopping experience easier and more enjoyable. Costco uses the food court to complete the customer journey, not to earn extra dollars. Because profit is not the goal, prices are kept as low as possible. When costs rise, Costco doesn't increase prices. Instead, they optimize supply chains, produce certain ingredients themselves, or adjust operations so customers aren't affected. That's why the hot dog has stayed the same price since the Ronald Reagan era, and why a whole pizza is still just $9.99. 1. The hidden combo that lets you mix your own toppings. If you think the Costco food court menu is fixed and not customizable, you might be surprised by a secret employees often mention to regulars. You can absolutely create your own mix-and-match topping combo, even though it's not listed on the menu. It's not a rule-breaking trick. It's simply a quiet flavor freedom that the food court has always allowed but most people overlook. The simplest place to start is the condiment station. Onions, mustard, ketchup, relish, jalapenos, and more. People often assume it's just for adding a bit of flavor to a hot dog, but in reality, you can use it to completely transform your meal. A New York-style onion load, a Tex-Mex jalapeno boost, or a lighter mustard-only version. Since the ingredients are replenished constantly, you can mix as much as you like. Even though it's not officially advertised, employees know customers enjoy customizing their food, and they're perfectly fine with it. The best part is, you don't need to ask, get permission, or pay extra. Just order the basic item and top it however you want. For frequent food court diners, topping based on your mood is almost a ritual, turning a cheap meal into something fun and new each time. Whether you come to Costco for shopping or stop by just for the food court, these small secrets can make your experience much easier and more budget-friendly. With just a few smart tips, you can time your meals better, shorten wait times, and take advantage of perks most people don't know about. They're small details, but incredibly useful for anyone who wants to make the most of every Costco trip. Did this video help you? Tap subscribe and help us reach 30,000 subscribers. You might think that everything at Costco tastes great and is worth buying, but the truth is the complete opposite. Alongside some truly excellent cuts of meat, there are also items that look appealing in ads yet end up tasting disappointing, even making you feel like you wasted money because they don't live up to expectations. And in this video, we're breaking down which items are genuinely worth every dollar, and which ones you should avoid if you don't want your meal to fall flat. Watch until the end to see which products are the best, and which ones are the worst at Costco. You'd be awesome if you liked this video. 1. Kansas City Steak Company Filet Mignon. If you're looking for a cut of meat that is truly fail-proof in quality at Costco, the Kansas City Steak Company Filet Mignon is one of the safest bets you can make. Many people describe it as so tender that it practically comes apart with the slightest pressure of a knife. Exactly the kind of melts-in-your-mouth experience steak lovers crave. Unlike ribeye, which can have tough connective tissue or heavy pockets of fat, filet mignon has its own elegance. Silky texture, mild but refined flavor, and a softness that appeals even to those who don't prefer fattier cuts. What sets this filet apart from many others is its 28-day aging process, which deepens the flavor and enhances natural tenderness. Customers often mention that once cooked, the filet retains its juiciness exceptionally well, never dry or stringy, even when prepared simply in a cast-iron skillet or air fryer. If you check Costco's website reviews, you'll see this product holds an almost perfect 5-star rating, something extremely rare even among premium items. Shoppers praise everything from the packaging quality and thickness of each cut to the dining experience being comparable to a high-end steakhouse. Filet mignon is also incredibly easy to cook, making it ideal even for people who aren't confident in the kitchen. All you need is a sprinkle of salt and pepper, a quick sear for a golden crust, and a few minutes in the oven. No complicated sauce is required. The meat itself delivers all the flavor. For anyone searching for the best value premium steak at Costco, the Kansas City Steak Company Filet Mignon is easily a top contender. It offers tenderness, consistency, high quality, and versatility for every occasion. A weekend dinner, an anniversary, a small gathering, or simply treating yourself to an exceptional meal. 2. Japanese A5 Wagyu New York Strip Loin Roast. In the world of premium beef, few names spark as much curiosity or awe as Japanese A5 Wagyu. So when Costco added the Wagyu New York Strip Loin Roast to its online selection, many shoppers were stunned. Most people never expect to buy restaurant-quality Wagyu so easily. What makes this roast special is its A5 marbling, ultra-fine white fat woven throughout the meat, creating a texture so soft that it nearly dissolves the moment it touches your tongue. Costco's strip loin roast typically weighs around 11 pounds, meaning you're not just buying a meal. You're taking home an entire culinary project. At around $80 per pound, the price might sound steep, but for people who've experienced authentic Wagyu, it's a very reasonable cost for a truly unforgettable experience. On Costco's website, the roast receives near-perfect ratings, with customers raving about its juiciness, rich aroma, and signature buttery melt-in-the-mouth sensation. One of the best things about Wagyu is that you don't need a complicated recipe. Just slice it into portions, sear them quickly to melt the fat, and form a lightly caramelized crust, and that's it. The natural marbling provides plenty of flavor, so heavy seasoning is unnecessary. For family gatherings or holiday celebrations, a properly roasted Wagyu becomes the centerpiece of the entire table. However, it's worth noting that A5 Wagyu is very rich, and large amounts can feel overwhelming because the fat content is far higher than regular steak. This is why people usually enjoy Wagyu in small portions. Fortunately, with Costco's full roast, you can divide it into sections, freeze portions, and enjoy multiple meals while maintaining quality. If you want to try a luxurious cut with extraordinary flavor, something completely different from everyday steak, Costco's A5 Wagyu is absolutely worth experiencing at least once. 3. Tomahawk Steak, Rastelli Market Fresh. If you want to bring that upscale steakhouse experience straight into your home kitchen, the tomahawk from Rastelli Market Fresh is the cut many shoppers can't stop talking about. A tomahawk steak is already a symbol of boldness and indulgence, a massive cut of meat with a long bone that instantly turns the dish into a showpiece. At Costco, Rastelli's tomahawk is made with USDA choice black Angus beef, meaning the quality is ensured right from the selection stage. What makes this steak so highly rated is its thick, evenly distributed marbling. As it cooks, the fat slowly melts, giving each slice a tender, juicy, deeply flavorful texture that even a classic ribeye can struggle to match. Weighing around 38-42 ounces, this tomahawk is big enough to serve two